went into it with no experience in television whatsoever, and made a tremendous number of mistakes for the first year. I mean, still make mistakes every year, but I think, but hopefully learning as we go and improving things. But we just didn't have any production experience, so we came in kind of knowing how we wanted to write it, but not knowing anything about the casting process, the editing process, working with visual effects, working with a production designer, all that stuff that you need to know, and it's been a steep learning curve.
They would get behind a project and they would give it a solid commitment.
We'd never produced anything for television before. We'd never produced anything for film or internet or anything. We'd written before, but we never produced. So when we went to George, probably it was probably like that bluff where you mistakenly think you have a straight and you actually don't. But we were so confident that I think we convinced George that, well, these guys seem like they really know what they're doing.
I said, I want it done. I want a faithful adaptation of the books. And they said, that's what we want to do.
Yeah, here we go. Let's do this. I want to get this freaking chapter over with. First off, let's bring in first our resident British debutante who always classes up any stream that she's in. Please welcome Becca.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking classy as heck.
Indeed. Indeed, always a pleasure. The British accent just adds 3 or 4 to the to class stats or whatever.
I mean, it just gives you the free reign to say fuck as many times as possible, and people still say you sound posh, and it's like, what?
This is a true statement, actually. Yeah, when Americans say that word, we just sound uncultured. But when British people say it,
I know, we just
yeah, yeah, yep. Alrighty, so please welcome our my resident punching bag. Let's go with that. The White Dragon.
I can't take this shit no more. I'm leaving you. This abusive relationship's over. We're through. Man.
Anyways, how are we doing?
I'm leaving. My planet needs me, essentially.
Yes, I need to get back to Westeros. I need to prepare my undead army.
For what? Killing me? Or will I be part of the leadership of said army?
Possibly.
Yeah, we need to know
Since
the
you would
details
probably
of this.
murder their brains first, and then we could take the rest over.
Well, considering that you'll need me to kill King Bram Hatton.
No, we'll just have someone push him off the ramp.
True.
Yeah,
Can I be that guy? Can I be that guy?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
He is an absent king. He won't do anything. He'll just kind of sit there and browse his wheelchair collection.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we have one last person, Lord Ornstein von Lustra.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me.
Let's burn some gaslight and get to the dragon slaying.
Yep.
That's offensive.
That's just your opinion.
Damn.
By the way, there is a small thing that I feel like I need to share with you guys before we proceed.
Oh yeah, something I forgot about was the last time they talked about how the directors were like, wasn't it like weren't we telling the story of how they were not going crazy with Daenerys? And I don't know if we talked about that.
Yes, we did. It meant that they were not setting it up properly.
Yeah, but it's just like, yeah, true.
Anyway, there is a little clip that I would like to share with you all before we proceed with the chapter.
Oh, yes. Our resident curmudgeon has arrived. I'm very happy. This is going to be lovely.
Die!
Wow.
Alrighty.
Not like
Alrighty.
Right.
We got a whole lot of people to welcome. Hi. Welcome, Dragon and Man.
Oh.
Pleasure. Hello, Zadir. Kunebra. Welcome. Johan. Always a pleasure.
I'm sorry, who asked about the technical crew?
Crew. Oh, wasn't it technical?
No, before that, I think. Yes.
So far, no. We basically it's just BS. It's basically BS story justifications so far.
Pardon me, but yeah, we have in the commentary to I think it was season 5. We did hear from the VFX team, and that was very interesting.
Yeah.
What chapter are we on? What page are you on right now? 395.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to jump a few pages ahead before we start.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Becca is pure classy.
Yes.
And meanwhile, there is a small clip that I would like to share with you all before we begin.
Alrighty, go for it.
Let's have a riot.
The share sound. This is by George R.R. Martin.
Book of imaginary history, chronicling the Targaryen kings of Westeros. It provides a context and a background for everything that happens in a Song of Ice and Fire, and it's not actually written by me. It's written by Archbishop Gildane of the Citadel of Old Town, who's a very distinguished scholar, but also a somewhat idiosyncratic and crotchety old man who has strong opinions on the historical figures he's writing about. So some of his views may get into the text. I don't vouch for its authenticity. The Targaryens were people. There were good ones, there were bad ones. Some of them were mad. They were all the product of generations of incest. You get people of extraordinary ability and extraordinary physical beauty, which is a Targaryen hallmark. They had certain physical attributes like purple eyes and silver gold hair that was much prized and was considered, more beautiful than the run of normal men. But you also get madmen or people who are troubled in one way or another. They were not gods. They were people, but they were people with a very particular heritage and very particular abilities that could be both very good and very bad. Plus, it has dragons. It has a lot of dragons, at least up through Aegon III.
So essentially, what we have here.
Keep the statement in mind. The Targaryens were people.
Yeah. They weren't just faces that they slapped on a poster.
And they were not cartoons like Daenerys was in the finale.
That's your opinion. Definitely the author, bitches.
Yeah, so die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, it is because the author didn't finish, so a pair of frat boys who don't even deserve to be called fanfic writers finished it.
To be fair, that does sound like they're given like their understanding of concepts of writing That does sound like their version of what Death of the Author means. So
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I think we should be on the page before this one.
Oh.
Let's
Oh.
see.
I think it's this one. This is my whole existence.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, what are
this
you
is the
doing? Fuck's sake!
Okay, how about you read it, and then you can do the
Okay,
Andy
I
impression.
can read it. I can read it. I mean, I don't think you want to read it anyway, so.
No, I would explode into flames.
She literally was brought into this world going, run. These fuckers have fucked everything up. There was so much she's taken on as her duty in life to rectify. So much she's seen and witnessed and been through and lost and suffered and hurt. Suddenly, these people were turning around and saying, we don't accept you. She's too far down the line. She's killed so many people already.
Nobody is saying that.
Nobody's saying that, no.
Oh.
One. I could turn on the camera, but I don't have it. But I'm cupping my hands around my face. Mouth's yelling, they never said that!
We don't even know the common
entire,
people's perspective.
The entire fucking kingdom supports Daenerys when she's going to King's Landing.
She's killed so many people already. Really? I mean, by the standards of most conquerors, has she really? I mean, she's killed some people, but really, you know?
No. Like, Aegon the Conqueror killed way more people, and honestly, Aegon the Conqueror is the second best king of Westeros. The first being Jaehaerys.
I guarantee you that Jon's killed more people than her, just by virtue of the fact that he's been in fucking battles. Like,
yeah.
So, oh, but he was in battle. Blah blah blah. It's like, no, stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's the secondary issue of just she's killed a bunch of Lannister soldiers, but she spared more. And also, like, Dorne, which has its military is basically untouched. It is the biggest military in the Seven Kingdoms at this point in time. Or should.
It's also worth.
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
Thank you. It's also worth noting the sorts of people she's mostly killed have been powerful people and generally wicked people. And yeah, don't quote me the evil men speech by Tyrion or I'll kill you. As you can tell, I'm in a bloody mood. Having a bloody mood nowadays.
Yeah.
Valerian's going slowly insane.
Valerian's, I think I have the perfect clip for Valerian's mood.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Eat my entire ass.
Wait, was that Rich?
More like, I will hunt you down and kill you.
Was that Rich from you Review Tech USA?
I don't think so.
Anyway, let's continue. Kit Harington, it was a complex scenario between Jon and Dany, where she's turning into someone he doesn't like. He was in denial of her power issues and brutality, and the fact that when he's kissing her, he can't stop thinking that they're related. Director Miguel Sapochnik, in brackets, talked to me and Amelia at length about this, and he had an interesting take on it. Jon is religious, and she's practical. But she's the kind of, why can't we just lie? Jon cannot lie to himself. He cannot bury it. He cannot not tell his sister. It frustrates him massively at times. So when he's kissing her, he can't forget she's his aunt.
Oh my god.
Every time they kissed after that, he was the one who stopped it.
Right, so what we've got here is Miguel Sapochnik looking at the script and going, there's nothing in this. I need to create a story for them to actually act with and hope that some of it's coming out. That's what we've got here.
Pretty much,
it doesn't even work.
Yeah, and also, like, Jon, the old gods are pretty lax on a lot of rules.
Also, it's kind of impossible to emote, oh my god, this is incest. It's kind of hard to emote that. You kind of need to say it.
And
like, you know, which they didn't because there's no fucking dialogue.
it's
Yeah.
a manufactured conflict. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it should have been there, and obviously Miguel's got the right idea with it, but like, it's not in the fucking script.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yep.
not. I mean, it's kind of a manufactured conflict anyway.
Like, considering how much bullshit these two idiots put in their scripts, like, why couldn't they have this in there?
Like they found time for a bunch of eunuch jokes.
And her satanic majesty.
Oh.
Shut up!
I'm gonna continue. What followed was a succession of, as Clark put it, strings being cut for Daenerys. After their victorious battle against the army of the dead, Daenerys lost her beloved Ser Jorah. And when Varys heard of Jon's rightful claim, the spider took steps against his queen.
Why?
To manipulate a scenario where Jon could sit on the Iron Throne instead. Daenerys, already feeling isolated and paranoid, ordered Varys executed by dragonfire. And that, in turn, further caused Tyrion and Jon to question their loyalty to her.
Why?
I forgot how stupid the Varys stuff was.
Oh, the Varys
Oh my
stuff
God.
is ass. There's a very, very good reason why Conlethil was freaking pissed.
She looks sad, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So,
Man,
I'm just gonna
Varys
betray
was
her.
so fucking brain dead in those last
Also,
couple
like,
of episodes.
the
Does
North
they even
is-
know Jon?
Him King,
and also,
Bego.
also, the thing is, the North is a backwater, utter barren wasteland of snow and rock. Nobody cares.
Yeah. All that stuff in that paragraph, that would not lead her to bring down and destroying an entire city.
Nope.
And we have some fun coming up in the next bit from Dan
Hold
Weiss.
on, hold
Oh
on.
god.
It's so dumb.
Don't worry,
Oh.
Balerion, we'll get to it.
It's
Oh god.
Oh man, I need to read this. Dan Weiss, Tyrion's biggest mistake was finally daring to believe in somebody. His mistake is something we all hope for, to find somebody we trust to lead us. Oh, like David Benioff, a pathological liar. Also, here's the thing. That whole thing is basically nihilism. Just this whole thing is
the actual ethical system that you should all follow is nihilism. The world is empty. There is no point to anything, and you're just gonna die. So do whatever.
Yeah, what an inspirational thing to have for one of your main characters.
So cynical.
Yeah, these two are literal nihilists. Like, they literally do not believe in anything.
I mean, I don't think they even believe in nihilism.
No.
Like, they aren't intelligent enough to comprehend it.
I don't think they thought about it. No, I think they just thought, "Oh, this is a post hoc, deep sounding thing that can explain our ridiculously fucking brain dead choices." You know.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Man, Conlethil. Varys was absolutely true to his word the whole way through. All he wanted was the right person on the throne and a fair person on the throne. He said it so many times in the script. I don't have the distraction of love or desire or any of those things. And the people he needed to see clearly were both in love. So that made perfect sense. He knew that he had to try anyway to stop her, and that it was very possible he would be killed.
What is this verbal fucking diarrhea?
That's Conleth Hill with a gun to his head.
Oh,
Where
okay.
the flip was
Yes.
that?
Yes. I would agree. I imagine no. They have his. Does Conleth Hill have kids?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Or
Google
is he
it.
more true to the book character he plays than we think?
Yeah. I
Let's
honestly.
see. He has a brother.
Okay, they had a sniper positioned outside of his brother's house saying, "Say this or we shoot."
God.
Sweet. We have our resident cat lit here.
Oh,
Here,
Does
she's
she
barely
really
arrived.
want to join? Okay.
Yeah, she just barely came in.
All right, what the hell did I?
Neff, I have the I have all the
Yeah,
pages.
let's just move on. There's some really juicy stuff that I want to get to.
Oh God.
Welcome, Brightness.
Yeah, welcome, Neff.
Neff, I
Neff, welcome here.
have
Sorry.
all the pages, so you
Sorry,
can-
I'm late. I thought this was going to be later in the day.
Amelia Clark. We love Varys. I love Conleth. But he changed his colors as many times as he wanted, which completely contradicts the previous sentence. She fucking warned him. That was my only option, essentially.
Okay, so I want to kind of also talk about this because I'm 3 hours away from finishing the audiobook of Dance of Dragons for the first time, and I just barely read the bit where John Collington takes Griffin's Roof as preparing to take Storm's End. The exclusion of young Griff in the story, like especially since I know that like Varys kills Kevin and like is this whole villain monologue about how he spirited Aegon the Sixth of his name, who's probably going to be a bad king because all even-numbered Aegons are bad people.
What is that, a rule or something?
It's a pattern. Basically, all of the even-numbered Aegons are good. Like Aegon the First is a good king. Aegon the Third's a good king. Aegon the Fifth was a good king, but Aegon the Second and Aegon the Fourth were really, really bad kings.
Oh dear.
So, Aegon the Second caused the Dance of the Dragons, and Aegon the Fourth was a guy who basically caused the Blackfire rebellions and constant wars, whereas the other
Aegon the Fourth was quite possibly the worst king in all of Westeros.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think that Joffrey would have been worse if he had been allowed to live.
Yeah, probably.
And speaking of dance, it's worth also remembering, this is a bit of a spoiler, sorry, but in the books, John Connington is triggered by bells because the bells were ringing in the city and he like spared them, he didn't burn them alive, and Robert survived and Robert won. So he's kind of triggered by that, and bells sort of trigger his like whatever it is.
PTSD, as well as like he has grayscale, which is not good for your sanity.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
but it's an actual disease.
Hold on.
But it's not it's an actual disease that is set up. It's not just she's a Targaryen and gonna go mad.
Neff, you can catch up. I pinged you. I have all the previous pages we've read through.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, Conleth Hill. He was effective as always.
Well, that fell pretty.
Okay, I have one gift that suits this perfectly.
Fuck
Where
me.
was that?
Oh, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder. Also fits.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I think I need to get it, but
I thought you did. Didn't you use it yesterday?
no, I have this.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
You should get the full clip for that with a
I have the
rambling,
full.
incoherent. Use that. Use
At no
that.
point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I split it up into 3 things so that I can use it, customize it accordingly.
That's
I have the
always
full
a good
thing.
idea.
Anyway, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
He might not be around to see the results of his effectiveness, but what he did was important.
No,
it was a cool death and very dignified, and I swear the dragon thought twice about it.
Bullcrap.
Jamie Lannister was
yeah.
imprisoned after trying to sneak back to King's Landing to
Oh my
save
God.
Cersei from Daenerys' pending attack. Are you just going to skip over the fact that he didn't cover his golden hand or disguise himself in any way?
That's not the only hole.
Or
in
just
this.
pretend to go with the army.
Valerian.
Or don't go to King's Landing at all. That would be way better.
Yeah,
May I
Valerian.
mention one other? Sorry. May I mention one other hole there, which is that they could have. This has been mentioned many times. They could have brought, like Arya or someone could have come in, sneaked into the Red Keep, and arrested Cersei.
You
or killed her.
have a free faceless man at your disposal.
And you've got these
secret
tunnels. Yes.
Yeah.
Secret passages that Tyrion knows about.
And he doesn't tell them.
Yeah.
And you have the greatest smuggler in Westeros.
So you have all of these pieces on the board that could checkmate your opponent very, very easily.
A season ago, mind you.
Yes.
Why don't you freaking use them?
Use Dr. Bran Hatton, for Christ's sake.
Well, because this show would have ended like last season, of the beginning of season 7.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. Brad could just mind control Cersei and have her throw herself out a window, plot over.
That would have been a better ending.
Oh, the ending they came up with as a joke was a better ending.
Yes, it legitimately was. That actually made sense.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know, guys. I reckon Varys is pretty effective.
Oh, one more thing.
And sending out letters that had no bearing on the episode after it.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more.
All right.
So I guess nobody. Well, I guess so I guess that nobody cares about Jon Snow being Aegon Targaryen, 6th of his name, and rightly so. Nobody should care about them anymore. The only person that really matters is
we
the
have
dragon.
we have to stop in like every second sentence. So I'm just gonna power ahead.
Yeah,
Tyrion feeling.
Yeah, go for it.
I was wanted to say one more thing about Conflict Hill. It's like, where is Varys getting all this information? Like, Daenerys is just going to go nuts for some reason. He just flips on the switch. I'm like, all right, I'm going to support Jon now.
I'm wondering about that last line, actually. I swear the dragon thought twice about it. Is him having a little bit of a wink, going, yeah, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
Tyrion, feeling he had no choice but to help his brother, betrayed Daenerys by releasing him, which was dumb.
Yes.
Not. Oh, yeah.
Tyrion hates Cersei. Tyrion hates Cersei. She has done nothing but try to kill him. Why?
But
Tyrion,
him one of the goods, so he can't hate his family, whereas Daenerys one of the bads, which means she kills children. That's how it works.
Okay, so does this Tyrion states multiple times that he is going to rape and kill Cersei when he gets his hands on her.
Well, that's in the books, not in the show. So.
True, but that's basically like you don't understand Tyrion as a character at all.
Anyway, we'll get to some juicy stuff later, so I'll just keep going.
When he said
Peter
dumb, I thought it was
Dinklage.
in the script.
Peter Dinklage. Daenerys and her dragons are nitroglycerin. He knew she's going to make the world a better place and understands her passion. He's put his passion in front of himself sometimes, and it got the better of him. So he was trying to figure out who he really is. It's okay for him to feel like a traitor to Cersei and Tywin, but then he almost felt like a traitor to his own brother. So I guess Jaime. And with Varys, that's as personal as it gets. Varys was his closest friend outside of Jaime. That's a tough one to get past.
What?
Wow.
Why would Tyrion throw Varys under the bus?
Makes no sense.
Why
Yeah.
would
I can't even.
and
I
why
can't
would,
even.
why would
Say,
Daenerys think
if
that
Varys
somebody-
if Varys can tell so easily that Daenerys is off the deep end, why can't Tyrion?
Yeah, another question.
Because you didn't read the script.
Yeah, I also have another question. Why exactly would Daenerys psychically intuit that anybody has betrayed her? There has been no evidence to evidence.
Yeah, and
this.
also it was pointed out that since Tyrion reveals that Varys has betrayed her, that means it's very easy to put two and two together and say that Varys was told by Tyrion, who was told by Sansa, who was told by Jon. And they're all toast.
Your petty little minds just don't grasp their greatness of Benioff.
Oh, the game of telephone is just.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah,
and
it's
basically,
genius.
and also like, how would she know that any of them are aware? Like, why would she think that Sansa would tell Tyrion?
Because she's crazy, and apparently that crazy is a synonym of like noticing games of telephone.
Oh, I was thinking maybe she's
Crazy, crazy, and would-be villain means omniscient.
Yeah,
oh, I was
yeah,
thinking.
that's exactly
Oh,
it.
she has basically become Dark Phoenix.
Stop bringing
she can
logic
run-
into it.
And it's just games of telephone are not reliable at all. You can
Well,
start with one word at one side of the game, and at the other end, it's going to be something completely and utterly different.
Well, the problem is she doesn't even know that there's a game of telephone to begin with.
Oh yeah.
That's besides the point.
Okay, let's move on. We get to the best part now. Meanwhile, at
Stop bringing
sea,
logic into it.
Euron managed to shoot down Rhaegal, leaving Daenerys with just one dragon, Drogon. Oh my god!
Kind
The
of forgot.
funniest shit ever.
This is absolute fucking retardation and pain and misery, and I don't want to be here anymore.
I want it
Fuck
dead.
you.
May it die. Let it just all die.
Aren't you glad we're learning so much about David Benioff and D.B. Weiss's expensive film school?
Oh,
Oh, Danny kind of forgot. We kind of forgot to mention it.
I will show you who kind of forgot, you little son of a bitch.
what the?
What did you do to your voice, Weiss?
Voice modulator.
Yeah.
Say it with me, everyone. Logic is for 8th grade book reports.
Yep.
In the chat.
Yep, indeed. Logic is for
The pirate also captured the queen's deer. Friend and advisor, my Sunday.
No, no. No.
Man,
I like how Rhaegal was just a cliff note. He's like, well, her other dragon kind of just dies. Well, moving
Yeah.
on.
Yes,
You managed to kill him. Bleh.
we don't go into how comedically stupid
We
that
managed to
scene
kill him.
is. For
You know-
reference, we reacted to that scene last time, and
Oh,
it was
show it again.
so bad.
Oh
It
god,
was
no.
Yeah,
bad.
no, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if a dragon is a made-up animal. Dragons have instincts, and they would not forget about something that's there.
they
Well,
have
the thing
fucking
is-
eyes. They can
Well, yeah.
see them from a mile
Well,
away.
Also, they also just it's honestly just David Benioff like displaying the fact that he is a petulant child. That's what the kind of forgot moment is. It's not
Yeah.
even the dragon. It's he's saying that Dany kind of forgot, even though 5 minutes earlier in the episode, she was
They
reminded of the.
explicitly mentioned the the Iron Fleet.
Because I don't know
Holy
about
shit.
you, but,
And
but
even
I
if
always
she'd forgotten in the moment, her dragons would not have. They'd have let her know.
Well, they are. Well, the dragons in the series are dumb animals. Dumb as in like they're not.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I just have to bring up the
that's-
Mauler joke with my Sunday.
That's not
Yeah.
what I mean, though. They
Yeah.
would react to seeing them, and that
Yeah.
would remind her.
Oh.
Not them literally telling her.
Neff, to be fair, they were hiding behind the rock.
Okay.
And
They were
Daenerys
hiding
was
behind
Rocks
a
are the
really,
bane of
really
dragons.
big rock.
Yeah.
Rocks are the bane of dragons.
yeah.
Okay.
Apparently.
Not Aegon the Third, but rocks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Genome's cousins were there, so that was
Everyone
Yeah.
fucking at once mode again.
Yeah.
Tyler
That
Preston.
led to a
shush.
standoff at
Wait,
the
may
gate.
I please just say one small thing? Thank you.
Shush, everybody.
Was the work of the plot convenient fairy? Yes, every now and then, you know. I'm going to
Yeah,
say
the-
something.
Yeah, I guess David Benioff is having an affair with the plot convenience fairy, and he's
No comment.
and he's so good that she just comes in every now and then to help his plots.
Oh,
Yeah, she just turns Daenerys into the dog from Up and just
Oh,
and she
yeah.
gets
It's the
distracted by a
desire-
squirrel, and suddenly she forgot.
It's the
Hi there.
desire system at work again. Yeah. Yeah. Pardon me.
That led to a standoff at the gates of King's Landing, with a Missandei's life hanging in the balance and Cersei refusing to surrender.
Cersei killing Miss Sunday is the dumbest move she could possibly make. She
You know
now
what?
no
Wait,
longer
hold
has
on. I want to
leverage.
show you guys a picture of that scene.
Yeah, the sound in that makes no sense.
No,
Nobody should be able to hear
all
him.
of the ballistas and everything. When Cersei could have just killed everybody, but nah.
Oh yeah, she could have. Those things are like cannons until they're not.
Can we
like,
pull up the video? I want to show like a screenshot of that.
It's kind of why I'm debating whether or not to bring cannons into the Dragonlord Annals, because that completely changes the game of dragon fight. It basically, unless you drastically step up the dragon reproductive rates, the dragons will quickly go extinct, because cannons and guns basically will end up nuking them all out of the sky.
They'll have to have armor, I guess.
Yeah. Now done. The plot convenience and the tropes are
Aha, found it.
Dragon blasters.
By the way, I will continue to intentionally mispronounce Missandei's name just because Benioff does it. and because Grey Worm did it.
Missandei.
I was
Missandei.
thinking like I was thinking something like musket fire. The most advanced they'll probably get is a Hotchkiss mountain gun or a Winchester.
Yeah. Benioff says Missandei. What's his name? Moeller says my Sunday, and sometimes his Sunday.
Yeah, that's because Grey Worm says like Missandei in the episode 4,
Why
and
would
he jokingly interprets that as my Sunday.
Why would you not kill
Kill him right now.
Kill your rival. Cersei doesn't care about the Geneva Convention. Cersei has actively peed all over the Geneva Convention.
But we're not on the last episode yet. We can't do it before the last episode. That's not how it works.
Man, this has got to be the funniest stream yet.
Just
Maybe.
all of the hysteria.
All
All of
we
the
need
hysteria
is me
finally
doing
coming out.
All we need is me doing a terrible British accent.
We
and
really
bugging the crap out.
No.
Where
is it?
I will burn Yuta down to the ground.
Yeah, don't make Valerian angry today.
Valerian is.
Oh, there we go. See?
Look. Oh man.
The dragon is right there. Fire. Rain arrows.
Cersei doesn't care. Like
Look.
The rules of war do not mean anything to Cersei Lannister. Cersei Lannister is a psychotic nutcase.
I'm also like completely baffled why they framed these shots like this to make it look like they had as few people with them as possible. Like
You're in a desert now.
It's like I don't understand why you zoomed out so much so you can see that they have no one there.
I guess we can add deforestation to the list of things that David Benioff and D.B. Weiss do not understand.
Qyburn vanishes too, by the way.
Huh?
Qyburn vanishes at some point.
Oh yeah,
he does. He does.
He's a mysterious fellow, is that Qyburn.
This should have been a great scene between
By the way,
two hands
we
of the
should
king.
see Muller and Wolf's reaction to Qyburn's death.
Oh yeah, that
was fucking funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Also, their reaction to seeing Dany go nuts.
Oh yeah,
that was.
I think the Qyburn one is better, but
he's gone.
What the?
What are these fortifications? Why? I don't get why they have those ledges. That is so.
By the way, can you zoom forward a little bit?
I love Fighting Expert. Yeah, Fighting Expert is probably having an aneurysm.
No, can you like?
Okay, so they put those.
I don't know how to zoom in with Streamlabs.
No, you don't have to zoom in. Just skip forward a little bit. There's a specific thing that I want. That looks like Photoshop.
What the actual fuck?
That legitimately looks like bad Photoshop.
That is horrifying. He looks like he's floating.
What? Oh my god.
Cersei thinks it's funny.
That legitimately looks like bad Photoshop.
It's like lol, Photoshop.
Maybe it is.
Oh, man, it's so terrible.
Armor looks like
There's like stop showing us that with your bad Photoshop.
His face looked like a. That's a horrible. Those are horrible puppy dog eyes. Seriously, he looks like a sad puppy.
Oh yeah, here's the part where Miss Sunday is about to be executed. So why don't you just take Cersei with you?
Yeah, just grab Cersei and jump off.
Grab Cersei and jump off.
That would be a pretty badass way to go.
It's the emotional decision, and according to Patrick Willems, the emotional decision is always what you should do.
Oh yeah. By the way,
have a brain
Tyrion
like
talks
that.
about like Cersei's child, and he's like right here.
Yeah.
And she can hear him, but he can't, I guess.
Oh, and that's the other thing.
Why doesn't Euron do something about
That's
this?
the other thing people have pointed out, that Tyrion and Cersei can communicate all this difference, all this distance, without.
Look at all these face shots, by the way. Like all of these faces.
These performances, these faces.
Yeah,
goodness.
There would be a lot more impact if we could see what they were reacting to.
I'm sorry, but is it not?
By the way, White, I love how the unbridled rage for this episode is the next one up.
Yeah, because
Is it not worth noting that they can't that they're able to communicate across this huge distance, just talking in their normal voices.
Oh
Play
yeah.
sax
So
guy.
Ty Perion was talking very quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
All
this
right.
scene has any concept of like voice volume at all.
This scene has no concept of anything.
Well, yeah, but you know,
That you
Concept
you can literally play sax guy in the background, and it makes more sense.
Okay, so
Pardon me a moment.
okay.
Concepts are for ... Carry on, White Lord.
Oh, I was just going to say, here's okay. So, for context, everybody, this
I'm waiting for it to do.
This is Wolf and Mahler's reaction to this moment in time.
Back up
Here
a bit.
we go.
I'm waiting for it to do something extremely evil just because why not? Oh my god, they did it! What the fuck, dude? What the? Oh my god! Why would you do that? That's not revenge against Cersei. Cersei doesn't care about these people.
Are you shitting me?
Wow! What? What? What?
Am I losing?
We got fire in front.
My reaction is basically theirs.
My mind. This is
What?
What?
Am I losing my mind? This isn't.
What?
Are you kidding?
What the fuck?
Are you? Oh my goodness.
Even Cersei's like, what the hell?
You're kind of insane.
Like, look at all this.
Look at this. She's trying to burn the whole city down.
I forgot how comical it looks on a screen. It's so long.
She's
Just like what the heck?
She's
Look
putting
at
off the. She's putting off the red keep for last.
She's
Yeah, you gotta save the
saving it
best
for
for
dessert,
last.
you know?
Imagine if you want to kill one person and
You
you
and us
chop
both.
them up into 1,000 pieces and then kill them.
No,
and then you
you
kill
don't- you
everyone
didn't
else, and then you kill their entire family for
Basically,
no
didn't
reason.
even kill Cersei.
Basically, a
Didn't even
person
kill-
who has been the closest to an altruist that we've gotten in the series is now basically lawn mowing this whole city with a dragon for no reason.
Fuck you. No.
Wasn't
Die.
Danny
For
the one
no
who said that she...
reason.
Wasn't
I
Danny...
was down holy.
Even Cersei's like, what the hell?
You're kind of insane.
I will burn down Hollywood or wherever Benioff lives.
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh yeah, the Kyburn
wasn't
scene. The
Danny...
Kyburn scene.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go for it, Neff.
Wasn't Danny the one who said she didn't want to be the queen of
The ashes.
the ashes?
Which I
Yes.
kind of forgot.
It's like a poetic irony, Neff. It's totally not like absolute bullshit.
That's not how storytelling works.
It's so profound.
But it is.
It's
But
so-
that is how post hoc rationalization works. So
It's post-rational. It's oh my god. It's so deep. I take it all back what I said before. Glory to Benioff. Glory, glory.
It's so deep, I'm up to my toes.
Yeah, that is actually a very good point. That like somebody put that out as a promotional video, not that the mic was on by mistake. That was an actual thing that makes him look like a petulant child being caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Or
And
in this
also
case, he was caught
a
masturbating porn.
completely brain dead inept moron.
Yeah, it's no wonder why we question his ability to be an adult.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, he's just like, I kind of forgot. Stop. Let me jerk off to my brown women porn without
You
like
don't-
anybody.
You don't like the ending. No. I question your credentials. This man is not a functional adult.
No, he's not.
Anyway, let's get to the Kyburn scene.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, this is.
Gregor, stay by my side.
He's gonna speak.
Oh, just
I get the feeling that it's either they laugh at this or they cry at this.
What about both?
Yeah.
That's kind of... What the fuck?
It sounds like both, kind of.
Yeah, it kind of does.
His face just slapped against the rock. What the hell?
Just imagine
By the
having
way-
this really deep
By the
show.
way, by the way, can I point out the stupid fucking sound effect when we see the mountain's eyes?
yeah, just a blah.
What?
It's so hilarious because this used to be
Everything
such a
is-
deep and professional
everything
show,
is
and now it's
so-
just comical and stupid.
Everything is so bad.
Everything is stupid.
A couple of things from the chat.
Everything is awful.
20 good men. Also,
Yeah, all she
Please
needed
don't-
was House 20 Goodmen,
Josh.
and Daenerys
Yeah.
could have finished everything.
Josh White, let Valeria speak. Valerian speak.
all I was doing. Thank you. All I was doing is pointing out Benioff and Space Junk. Benioff and Weiss are poets. That bit.
Oh,
Don't insult.
Damn it, Space.
Don't insult poets, please.
the only person that I can think of possibly who is maybe worse is Ernest Cline.
Yeah.
Ernest Cline is really bad.
Let Deadchap have his go, and then maybe we can carry on.
Yeah, go on, Dead Chap.
I kind of forgot.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I feel like this one is pertinent.
You're unhappy with the ending. No, I question your basic writing credentials. This guy isn't a functional adult.
Oh, I remember right now. It was like, because this show used to be so intelligent, and Qyburn used to be like this character we didn't quite understand his motives, what his motives were. And then in this scene, he just killed off randomly. He was like, well, he's dead. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, there's kind of a theory, like Preston Jacobs has this theory, I don't know how much I agree with it, that Qyburn is an agent of the Martells, and that this whole thing with Sir Robert Strong is a setup to make the Lannisters look bad. That's oh my gosh.
I think the actor pointed out too.
What?
Didn't the actor also point it out?
Oh my god, yeah. They begged him to fix it, and they're like, he's like, oh, nah.
Oh yeah, I'll
Nothing needs
pull
to
in
be
this
fixed,
fucking
guys.
cheap bullshit death.
Yeah, like no, it's like I think it's kind of interesting that it's just like unlike say the prequels where everybody was like kind of saying, "Okay, George, let's do this." George Lucas is not dumb. Like
No,
these guys.
and George Lucas actually cared about the health of his actors
Yeah.
as well.
And
So,
also like
You
the
know,
thing-
Benioff kind of forgot about Qyburn.
Also,
Dragon demands. Sorry.
Go for it. Sorry.
But Emilia Clarke keeps saying she heads for the straight for the Red Keep. They lied to her,
Oh man, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
or else
That's a
they
good
changed
point.
it last minute or something.
Well, we know for sure they changed last minute, and then
Yeah.
like
No, it changed the minute after the last minute.
oh yeah.
Or rather, they changed it days after the last minute because we know this happened in the editing room.
yeah.
So should we carry on with the reading?
Yes.
This I hate this book so much.
Die!
I hate this. This is just
Oh god.
like the mental gymnastics on display here qualify for some kind of Olympic category.
Yes.
More
Oh,
like
my
the
dear
Galactic
Lord.
Olympics.
Yeah.
David Nutter. That high wall was a real set, but you
What?
couldn't get the actors to go that high for an extended period of time. You only saw their faces when we had the actors up there tied in. Otherwise, we had stunt doubles. As for my Sunday, I'm a big believer that when an actor is doing their final scene, they get to shine in their last moment. Well, that certainly wasn't the case for Dany. I let them do it until they feel they get it right. My Sunday, knowing her end was inevitable, could see Daenerys in the distance. She defiantly cried, no, she whispered, one last word in Valyrian for all to hear, even though they couldn't, Dracarys.
It should have been me said. Dracarys is not a battle cry in the book, in the show. Like it is in the book.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Jeff Johns, even in like his CW shit, is a way better writer than these two.
I don't know. I honestly think that, like, I hate this show, but Batwoman is really, really bad. Same with Crisis on Infinite Tisms.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Really, really bad.
Those Crisis of Incompetent Earths.
Shall we?
Anyway, unless someone has something to say, I'm just gonna power through.
Yes. Carry on.
Nathalie Emanuel, my Sunday. It comes full circle to my first scene I shot when Daenerys and I discuss how I might die. My Sunday always said she was willing to lay down her life, but we hoped she wouldn't have to. I've said in so many interviews that I don't mind if I die. I'm just happy to be here and be a part of the show. I just wanted it to be really cool and a moment that people remember. I feel like they gave me that moment. She was settled with her fate.
No. Flat no.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, I just have... I have a perfect clip for this.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That applies to the whole chapter, really.
You know, if they wanted her to have a death, make it a good one, please.
Yeah, don't have it be a wet fart that she could easily have been a hero, like, and then didn't. I would say that George R. R. Martin knows how to write fights.
I mean, just read the fight between Beric and the Hound. That's a pretty good
I would
example.
say that this is mostly if we're just talking about choreography in general, I think this is more of a Hollywood issue than a Game of Thrones issue.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Even like the prequels, like I'm fine with, like, I guess Fighting Expert, what do you think of like the fighting in the prequels? Like, and kind of I would be interested to kind of say, do you have like specific like fight scenes in Game of Thrones that you don't like? If so, like, please tell me why you don't like them. I'd be interested to hear.
Maybe
it kind of does, yes. Yeah, go for it.
Maybe not at great length at the moment, though, so that we can get through the chapter.
Yeah. Post it in the A Sign of Ice and Fire. Post it in the A Sign of Ice and Fire bit.
Jacob Anderson, Grey Worm. I found it heartbreaking. There's like a cruel inevitability in this show where anybody who finds that happiness is going to have that taken away from them. So I thought either Grey Worm or his Sunday, that one would be taken away from the other. I honestly thought Grey Worm was gone. And I even had that thought, take me. The way they dealt with it in terms of how it affects Dany and Grey Worm makes it even sadder. It's like when his Sunday dies, Grey Worm dies too. And he goes back to being a robot death machine. Well, nice to know that he has the morality of Zack Snyder's Superman.
Oh, God.
Actually, no, it's worse. Zack Snyder's Superman actually talks.
His Sunday. Oh, God.
His Sunday.
Oh, God.
Nathalie Emanuel. She was so brave and showed her strength and fearlessness, even though she doesn't wield a sword. She knew what she was doing and was confident and fierce. I didn't want her to be crying. She believes in her queen and believes in her cause.
Damn.
I wanted to make her strong in that moment, which is really hard when you're feeling emotional. It was a fantastic scene.
Only she knew what was going to happen next.
There's a real sadness to the fact that the character won't go on. She was a catalyst to Dany's crazy fury. When I watched my character die on the show, I was really sad. I might have shed the tear. I really felt the loss of her.
Quick
I
interruption.
didn't, honestly.
Quick interruption. Dragon Demands. Listen to the clips I made of the Blu-ray commentary Jacob and Natalie did for episode 8.4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Good.
goodness.
I would agree. Yeah, that's actually that's a good point. I would agree.
I mean, that one has only had one season, so it hasn't really had time to descend into the greatest failure of screenwriting ever.
They don't have Dave and Dan, so I don't see them going that low.
Yeah, so even if it does descend into bad writing, it can't possibly be worse than Game of Thrones.
I doubt it.
And also, here's the thing. It seems as though the showrunner is actively listening to the fans' accurate critique of they said the Nilfgaard armor looks terrible, please change it. And so she's like, yeah, let's change it for season 2. And it is changed, and it doesn't look disgusting. Shriveled up. It doesn't look like shriveled up members, which is actually what they were intending it to look like.
You're still going, why did you go there in the first place? But, credit where credit is due.
Oh my god, yeah, the Nilfgaard armor does look awful.
Yes, it does.
What's the actual fact?
really,
Why
really
did you make
bad.
that?
Oh,
Why the fuck does it look like that?
Of course they overruled him. Of course they did.
That is a very, very good point. They
Yes.
couldn't get anybody back other than those three.
Yeah, I mean, Euron also turned up.
Yeah,
the
you're.
Danish
Yeah,
show.
that's because Pylo Eospec is probably just a good sport.
Yeah.
At least that's what he seems like, since he liked the Euron full master of King's Landing.
Yeah, and what's his name
Yeah.
turned up? Conleth Hill.
But yeah, Pilu Aspect seems like a pretty decent, chill dude.
Yeah, it seems like it. And
Yeah.
it seems like, but it seems like the showrunner from Witcher is like a pretty chill person, and who just is willing to take constructive criticism and feedback, and is able to filter what's constructive and what's not, and kind of say, okay, let's make the best possible thing for the Witcher fans because they're the people, which is very anti Ryan Johnson, anti JJ Abrams. Well, JJ Abrams likes pandering to the fans, but because he's brain dead, he doesn't know how.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and that's one of the
he is
reasons why I think that if they run into bad writing, it's still going to be better than Game of Thrones, because at least they're listening to what the fans want.
Is like
And
J.J.
plus,
Abrams.
They are not dangerously incompetent.
One at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams. He's like that. He's like that arrogant fanboy who thinks that his perception of something takes precedent over what it actually is.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Emmanuel has also said in interviews that she thought it was unfortunate my Sunday didn't have a one-on-one scene with Daenerys in season 8, or perhaps a conversation with Cersei during her captivity. In earlier seasons, Thrones
Why would you
typically took advantage of first-time character pairings by giving them at least one conversation together. So it was rushed, in other words.
Oh, man.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! This is totally like a actual creative. No.
Highlight that, done.
Please.
Yeah.
What,
So I can put it. So I can paste it up on
this one?
Discord.
This one?
Yeah.
On the janitor who unplugs the toilets at the local high school has more credentials than D&D.
Oh my god.
By the way, the
Yeah,
milk guard
wow.
armor for season 2, yeah, it looks way better. It actually looks good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's even J. Wow, that's funny. Natalie, that's really interesting to like. They just rushed this whole thing, but honestly, like, I think that people would have been fairly happy if Miss Sunday had grabbed Cersei and pulled her off of that stage. I think people would have been happy with that. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I
that
agree.
would be fun.
That would have been a smart way of subverting expectations. The lead up to her being captured was utterly asinine, but it would have been like, oh, that was a good moment.
But then the rocks would be deprived of their place in the sun.
That is true, yeah. But then again, oh no.
David
What?
Nutter. I think that because my Sunday was not royalty, how we did it was good because Cersei treated her as a pawn. That was appropriate. Anything else would have been fun to watch, but not honest to the show.
What?
Not honest to the show, you fucking piece of shit. What the
Okay,
hell are
was
you talking
Ilaria
about?
royalty? Was Tyene royalty?
Survey
Sansa wasn't
says-
royalty either.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody's technically royalty but her.
well, I said it before. I'll say it again. This guy's name is very unfortunate.
Technically, he's not a bad director. I would say that he's a decent director. Like, just some of the behind the scenes I've seen with him, where he's like just coaching the actors. He's pretty
Which
good.
is why I say his name is unfortunate, because people think he's nuts simply because his name is Nutter.
He also sucks the nuts of the showrunners.
No comment.
Oh,
Like,
Exitosin,
they wouldn't be
please,
using
please
as-
elaborate. I don't fully understand. Oh.
Honest to the show and flip flop
Oh.
Disney villain.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
David
I
Nutter.
feel for him.
Yeah, David Nutter, you have my sympathies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're still gonna call you names. I'm gonna say that.
No, we are not going to call him names. We're just going to say, "Dang, I wish you had a better name that more showcased that you are an actually talented director and didn't lend itself to bad jokes."
Yeah.
Anyway, her Sunday's death infuriated Daenerys, who readied to attack King's Landing. She turned to Jon Snow once again, seeking love and acceptance.
What does that say about Daenerys? Jesus Christ!
I'm not surprised that a lot of like super woke feminist writers are like, we hate this show. They're saying
too.
that this strong woman goes nuts because her boyfriend won't have sex with her.
She's an incel.
You misogynist pigs. But honestly, they're not even smart enough for like even like passive misogyny. They're just dumb. At least that's my opinion. Like the lady.
Wait.
The
I mean, I agree.
Wait, according to Dragon, didn't Benioff cripple Nutter?
Oh.
Oh, what was it? The
Oh yeah, with the one where the car went off the road.
Oh.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I think that's one.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yet another point against Benioff. One of his directors got like a permanent back injury.
That's two people that have back
People
injuries.
that have permanent back injuries because of this guy.
What the fuck is this show, guys?
God damn.
Like, come on. Just every so often, you got to go. This shit existed.
I'm like, I'm amazed. I am amazed that the cancel culture mob goes after Lindsay Ellis, basically one of their like highest ranking generals in the field, but they don't go after these two.
Literally,
In other
this is
news,
the
I am
easiest
fucked.
fucking target.
If anyone
Yeah.
deserved to be cancelled, it's these two.
Like it
And
would
you're a
just be like
subscription to
maybe
like
it's just
Anthony
not enough of
Tempest.
a maybe it's not enough of a challenge. Maybe it's just not the thrill wouldn't be there because it's just like dunk after dunk after dunk. There's no fight. There's no argument. It's just like, yeah, this is fucking shit. The end.
I guess maybe it's just that you can't shame the shameless, but this isn't a matter of like shame. This is like you could.
This is a matter
feasibly
of
go to jail.
safety for potentially hundreds or thousands of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like none of this is secret. It's all public. This is not. I don't have to dig into the dark web of the internet and find some secret expose about David Benioff. No, this was publicly released in the mainstream.
And people are still giving it 5-star reviews on Amazon.
That's something we gotta check out after we finish this series.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah.
a whole stream reading those reviews. Yeah, I don't know. Like literally, like weapons smuggling. He smuggled explosives into Morocco. He should be in jail.
We are never ever going to
Criminal
live
negligence.
that down ever.
Yeah, and also like.
By the way, was he drunk when he drove off a cliff with Nutter?
Probably.
I mean,
I don't remember if he was, but I can imagine he was.
They are chronic alcoholics. It would not surprise me if they were.
Burning wigs, falling down floors.
I was just like
hanging.
To the like. But Becca, like you're a strong, independent woman. Like,
am I?
I was space junk. Oh yes.
Like I imagine like you were fairly insulted by like Daenerys basically like being like going nuts because like she can't have sex with her boyfriend. I imagine like that was fairly insulting.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of far gone. Like, what the fuck is happening at that point? It was like, oh yeah, that's another fucking stupid. Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. Piss off.
Piss off, show.
Yeah, and just the people that say like yes and IRL who like say no, it was totally foreshadowed. Dany's always been a tyrant.
Piss off, just in general, yes, and piss off.
I mean, in a good story, perhaps that could be an actual like trigger point for just getting set off. It's like, this is the last thing. This is this person is the only person we had, or whatever. Like you could write that, but like, come on, this is fucking Daenerys Targaryen. Really?
And this is supposed to be Game of Thrones.
And also,
not
Dany is like doesn't the. There are only 2 times in the show that I can think of where she has killed anybody who was not nobility. Miri Mazdur and Mosador.
But her man doesn't love her. It's tragic loss.
Yeah, she was crazy for burning Mazdur at the woman who killed her child.
So weird. That,
well, here's the thing: if she was like actually like out of power with no concept, no future ahead of her, whatever. But she literally just helped defeat the fucking White Walkers, and she's on track to become the queen. Right?
The entire realm, except for the Westerlands, are backing her.
She has, well, maybe even the Westerlands, because
like,
she has Casterly Rock.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I get that the people around her perhaps are, it's turmoil and all that, but like,
it's just Varys.
Sure, it's just it's Varys. It's her being paranoid about a couple people, and then Jon, It's like that's not how you break down a character by taking each and the Missandei thing, I guess.
Also,
but like that's not how you break down a character by taking everything away from them. Like she hasn't even had half of it taken away yet.
There's also the fact that the Prince of Dorne, without even knowing her, has said, "Hey, I will pledge my basically untouched military to your cause. We are going to win because the Lannister forces have been decimated by multiple wars.
Now,
and also she has regenerating Dothraki.
Yeah,
Dothraki that she
and she
imported
has
from,
regenerating Unsullied.
Yeah,
now perhaps if you'd set up that she was a character with like who had severe bouts of depression where she couldn't see the forest for the trees, you know, and she had all this stuff, but because someone close to her was like, you know, there was trouble that was like blinding her and stuff, and we'd already seen that as her character. When you got to this point, you'd be like, yes, I can understand that Daenerys would be like this in this situation, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't set up to be like that. And
You don't even have to look very far for inspiration. Azula did this in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Walter White did this in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Another HBO show, by the way.
No.
No, that's AMC.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. AMC's Walking Dead.
Oh no, I was talking about the other
Yeah.
show from HBO.
You mean The Wire, The Sopranos?
No, wait, was it HBO? Maybe I'm remembering. It was the guy that goes crazy over like a whole show. Walter White or something.
Walter White, that is Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
He is the get off the toilet guy.
I love Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is both scary and hilarious.
I have never seen Breaking Bad.
Which you need to. You need to.
Yeah, we saw a clip from it. Remember, where he tossed a bunch of meth down a toilet.
Sorry, I keep kind of forgetting these important things.
You're kind of forgetting.
The fact that like anybody has not like my brother-in-law said, "Hey, what's like your favorite show?" And I said, "Breaking Bad." No hesitation. I said, "You should watch it." And he's like, "Okay, I'm really dissatisfied with Game of Thrones. Okay, I'll check it out." And he was like, I said, a few weeks later, I asked, "Hey, how was Breaking Bad?" He's like, "It was perfect. I loved it."
What?
Shall we carry on?
Yes.
We kind of forgot
Emilia Clarke. Oh, by the way, I think we have just like 5 or 6 pages left.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was just this last thread she was holding on to. This boy. I think he loves me. And that's enough. Is it enough? Is it? There was that hope and will and wishing that finally there was someone who accepted her for everything she was and all of her life choices. And he sees her and I'll do that with you. And he fucking doesn't.
What?
They have not talked about their lives. They don't discuss their backstories. They just conflict over. They just conflict over. He won't bow to me. Out to me. He's like, she won't give me her frickin' dragon glass and her armies. It worked in the north. Why isn't it working here?
At what point in the story was Daenerys characterized as someone who was incomplete without finding the one person that she needed in her life that could complete her, right? I'm pretty sure like that's not her characterization. In fact, like
I don't think that she's I don't, as far as I am aware, Daenerys doesn't become chronically depressed when she doesn't get the dopamine hit from sex.
Like,
last I checked, Daenerys was not a Disney princess.
Like, oh god, like, you know, yes, we had the whole relationship with Drogo thing. That's like a whole story, but like the story was not she lost Drogo and then like completely fell apart and couldn't find herself, right? Yes, she went a bit mental, but she like kind of grew, you know, literally grew from the ashes, you know, like that was the whole thing, you know. It was
her being a phoenix.
Yeah, her whole thing was strength from losing someone and strength from finding strength because she couldn't rely on someone any longer, right? Her thing wasn't I'm lonely and unable to cope. What is this shit?
This
She needs a
whole
man.
Don't worry.
How
I'm gonna
dare
get to
you,
it.
Mr. Hibbard? How frickin' dare you?
Oh,
Which
well, we
led
got
to
some
the
good
final
stuff.
season's 5th and worst episode,
Die!
The Bells, and the show's most debated and terrible moments.
Die! Pardon me.
Daenerys destroyed King's Landing's defenses, Euron's fleet, and the mercenary Golden Company army. The city bells rang, a signal of surrender. The Iron Throne was hers. Mounted on Drogon, Daenerys could see the Red Keep in the distance. Cersei stood at the tower window, awaiting her fate for some reason. Daenerys could have ordered her armies to take over King's Landing with minimal bloodshed. Exactly. Instead, Daenerys did something else. She launched a devastating attack, with Drogon firebombing soldiers and citizens alike, punishing all for the sins of their queen.
Why?
Let's note one small thing. Pardon me. Let's note one small thing, which is I forgot about this, but someone else reviewing it remembered. Season 2, Davos. I've never known the bells to mean surrender.
Yep, Mueller pointed that out.
Yeah,
Yes.
Davos said that. Yeah, they told Varys lays out. They toll for horror, a city under attack, a king dying, or marriages.
Yeah, all those three actually do belong together.
Yeah. Well, I do want to get married because I'm lonely and horny, but that's besides the point.
I've given up. Stay
I have
single,
no-
everybody.
I have no words for this retardation. What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this
It's like-
species on my screen right here?
Insanity. It's not a switch
Oh.
to flip.
Again, she's not a Disney princess.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Disney princesses? This is nothing to do with Disney princesses.
Yeah,
what are you
but my
talking about?
point is that the Disney princesses are the ones who are like, I can't do anything without that one person.
And they've kind
Yeah,
of
'cause
gone
the-
away from that in recent times. Like
With
a lot
all
of
of
people,
the live
new
action.
ones. And also, well, even like with the newest animated stuff, like starting with Princess and the Frog.
To
Frozen.
be fair, it was kind of more
Frozen.
complicated than that in the first place anyway. It's just more that they're more intimate stories. They're about a specific character and they're kind of, it's not about gigantic wars and shit and people leading stuff. So of course it's not going to be, they're trying to put conflicts that belong in a small scale fairy tale type situation into this, and it's like
It
that's kind
doesn't
of-
work. This is
that's what you do with maybe with YA, which is why YA is quite amusing.
Oh yeah.
At least Shadow and Bone.
this is like
at least
putting,
Shadow and Bone kind of. At least Shadow and Bone kind of avoided a lot of like dumb YA tropes. I found that very, very
I
satisfying.
will say when you get further into Shadow and Bone, the series, there are tropes.
Oh.
Mm,
oh
but
my
you know what? I'm a little bit of a connoisseur of YA, to be fair. Like I quite enjoy seeing the cringy tropes, so I quite enjoyed all the way through that. But I was sat there going, "Oh god, this is
some of my favorite Star Wars books were YA books.
I don't.
But
I,
again,
I wish I could kind of say whether or not my stuff could be considered YA. I don't think it could be.
I think it's on the line between YA and adult.
Yeah. Mine is
I
think
like
it's fine as
Sanderson
well.
PG-13. This is mine's
Natalie-
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Natalie Emanuel. It broke my heart. I knew she lost her mind. why. But until you see it in all its glory and the destruction causes, you can't really comprehend it. I'm not sure what my Sunday meant by Dracarys. My Sunday was in heaven somewhere going, you kind of went over the top here. I meant to get Cersei, not like everyone.
Well, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and
This is the dumbest show ever.
Oh, and the next paragraph, die!
Yeah, let's get to it. Committing mass murder to punish a defiant enemy hiding in a castle has a history
Oh my
in the
God,
Targaryen
no.
family.
Oh no.
When Aegon the
no.
Conqueror invaded
Con-
Westeros.
Okay, read this, and then I have to like go on a
When
rant.
Aegon the Conqueror invaded Westeros, King Harren the Black refused to bend the knee and took refuge with his sons, soldiers, and servants inside his massive castle compound of Harrenhal. Don't worry, Don. Don't worry, Don. Just hold it in. Just hold it in. I built in stone, Harren declared. Stone does not burn. The Targaryen used his dragon, Balerion the Black Dread, to blast Harren's 5 towers with so much heat that it turned the castle's impenetrable walls into an oven that roasted everybody inside. The river lords outside the castle walls said later that the towers of Harrenhal glowed red against the night, like 5 great candles, Martin wrote in Fire and Blood. And like candles, they began to twist and melt as runnels of molten stone ran down their sides.
Stop! No!
Okay.
Stop!
Okay. I need to bring this out. That's okay. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. Yes. Okay. Here's. Okay. You are missing Yes, you are missing a whole lot of context here, Mr. Hibbard. Okay. Are you failing to mention the fact that that Harren the Black was a psycho? He enslaved half of the Riverlands to build that freaking fortress. He was
also at war with Aegon, and he refused to surrender, and he was a threat and an enemy.
And
this is called an act of war.
And there were not a million people in Harrenhal, so shut the bleep up. That's a false equivalency. Die horribly. Die.
Yes, that is a horrible false equivalency. Also, he only kills the Ironborn. The Ironborn are pirates. They are a bunch of rapists and murderers and thieves. That's all the Ironborn are. That's what their culture is built around.
He doesn't kill all of them anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't kill all of them. Yeah, he just burns he burned one giant castle, and then he just said, "Hey,
this is insane. What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, and also like during the Field of Fire, the percentage of people killed versus number on the field is really low. Like it was like 50,000 troops. It was like the largest, and Aegon unleashed all of his dragons. He could have annihilated that whole army in
Could have annihilated the
seconds.
entire region.
Yeah, he could have done, but instead he killed a tiny percentage. He killed about 4,000 troops. Let me actually get the exact numbers so that I'm not taken out of context by idiots like Yezin.
Meanwhile, Brightness Becca, context is for 8th grade book reports.
You can say stuff like that totally on stream. I think it would actually be funnier.
I know, but you were on a roll, and I was like, this is gonna.
Compare that to Daenerys, who killed like a million people.
False equivalency. She burned an entire city which had several million people in it.
Several civilians, and it seemed like she's specifically targeting the civilians.
Yep.
Yeah, and whereas this
So
is the king It's him only targeting his enemy, who everyone inside was a combatant.
Oh. Okay, so here's the percentage. It was an army of 11,000 Targaryen troops and 3 dragons, with against 55,000 Reachmen and Westermen. 4,000 men were burned alive out of 55,000. That is a tiny percentage. And then 1,000 from swords and spears. And then 30,000 people surrendered.
Whereas Dany kills 1 million innocent civilians or people who are retreating.
More like 900,000 people, maybe more like.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go by Lily Orchard rules,
Yeah.
that is a pretty
Yes.
significant difference, apparently.
That's also true. Yeah. Preschool grade book.
Preschool grade book report.
Yes. Yes. Aegon and like there are idiots like Gez and IRL who say that like nah, all of what it was written about Aegon and Fire and Blood is totally propaganda. It's meant to prop up the Iron Throne as legitimate. So this guy has to be portrayed in the narrative as good, even though he's a narcissistic imperialist colonizer, which is just like, do you even know the definition of colonizer? He didn't colonize Westeros, you idiot. He didn't colonize.
And before the Targaryens got there, Westeros was a shithole last time I checked.
Yeah,
and,
it was.
Yeah, and like Aegon introduced the King's Peace is the thing.
And Jaehaerys basically turned the kingdom into something that worked.
Yeah, especially since like Westeros had a long period of uninterrupted peace during Aegon's reign. Well, after the Dornish Wars, because Aegon is kind of not terribly creative in terms of strategy. And
when you have dragons, you don't usually need to be.
No, you don't. But yes, that is true. Yes, that is true. It is not colonizing. Even the most basic definition of colonizing, where you bring over your people and you colonize another person's land, that isn't the case here.
No,
And
the Targaryens were like, what, like 50 plus people? I don't know how many family members.
What basically is going on, he's equating this to the British colonizing the North America, whereas what's actually going on is the unification of Britain and Ireland.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he succumbed to their religion and stuff. So how exactly is this colonizing?
They are not very useful against guerrilla warfare. That is true. Like it worked, but it's just like they weren't able to hold Dorne very well because the Dornish do not fight fair. They don't know the concept of honor. Like they will.
I'll just continue. We've gone off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Aegon didn't just end House Heron, but set an example. The lords of Westeros quickly fell into line and swore fealty to Aegon. With Harrenhal destroyed, Aegon built a new city by the sea to serve as the realm's seat of power. The city was named King's Landing. No shit, Mycroft.
No. Okay. No.
Oh, John, you sound like me.
Yeah, that's a factual error.
No.
Factual
no.
I know how it happened, but that's not how it happened.
What the bleeding, blooding blazes?
You're right. Aegon didn't build the city.
No, I can't stop saying no.
Yeah, factual error.
You are forgetting to mention the fact that you're forgetting the Field of Fire. You're forgetting about the High Septon basically capitulating to Aegon, even though Aegon is a polygamist, incestuous polygamist, something the Faith is wholly against. And you're just forgetting that this guy, like, and basically like that Harrenhal is a piece of crap. It was the worst piece of crap in the realm at the time. People were like, the only people that really didn't like Aegon, like, were the people who were like in power at the time, like the kings. The common people were like, yay, somebody to stop the rich mafia knights from killing us at whim because we're living under the yoke of the Faith of the Seven, which is run by psychos.
Oh, done. It gets a lot better. We should continue.
The Dragon
Oh dear.
Just
Dan Weiss, if you think about how long it's taken here to get to this place and what she's given up to get to there, 2 of her 3 dragons and her closest friend in the world, and she's looking at the red keep with the Lannister logo on it, which you shouldn't be able to see.
Logo? Does it really say logo?
Where her family's Star of the Seven is supposed to be. Her family's birthright was taken over by the people who have done this by her.
Star of the Seven?
What the bleeping blooping? No.
What?
No. It's my turn. No.
This isn't correct.
Okay, you just said that these people were psychos. So, what?
Yeah.
Dan Weiss, do you even know what you're talking about?
No.
Did you kind of forget? Did you kind of forget about the books that you were supposedly making a faithful adaptation of?
Yeah, also, the Star of the Seven, it's not her family Star of the Seven. The Targaryens are actively fighting against the Faith for most of their rule. The Faith hate the Targaryens.
It's the dragons. It's the dragon, the threefold dragon, and Lannister logo. Anachronistic much?
Come on, we don't expect Dan Weiss to know the world building of the show that he runs.
Logo? Shut up. Just no.
These are writing, well, if only, yeah, I don't know why they're saying that, because the Faith of the Seven, the whole reign of the Targaryens is them against the Faith and the Maesters. Like, throughout Fire and Blood, it's clear that, like, the Maesters are screwing around with the Targaryens, trying to undermine their rule. Like, Beric Dondarrion, like, ancestor saying, hey, I'll smell the Vulture King before he gets there, and then the Vulture King comes in and cuts off his nose. As if he knew exactly about that letter, probably because the Maester sent it that way. Also, the deliberate misreading of Rhaenyra's letter to Lord Baratheon during the Dance of the Dragons.
Or the supposedly reasonable terms given by Maester Munkin to Rhaenyra at the start of the dance.
And who apparently Maester Munkin is such a bad negotiator that frickin' Cleos Frey and a 16-year-old boy, aka Acerys Valerian, are better at negotiating than he is.
We need to distinguish between the Faith as a political organization, the Faith as a system of belief.
Yes.
The Targaryens did believe in
the old Valyrian gods.
No. The Targaryens were converted to the faith. It's very clear.
Yeah.
Aegon and so forth. Aegon refers to cites the Septons. Aegon the Fifth does, etc. So they believed in the Faith of the Seven. Baelor, I think, also did. Baelor the Blessed definitely did it, but Baelor breaks there, I think. They believed in the faith as a belief system. So
David fucking Benioff.
You were saying that, Valerian? Sorry.
Here it goes.
Sorry, you cut off Valerian, you were saying?
I think I was done with my point. Just that there was a difference between the political aspect of the faith and the belief system. They believed in the faith. They didn't necessarily believe in the faith with a capital F. The political aspect of it.
Yeah,
David fucking Benioff. And in spite of all those injustices, she tried her best to make peace with Cersei in the best interest of the whole country, and got betrayed for it.
That whole thing was stupid. She should have just parked in on the walls of the Red Keep and said, "Bring
you."
like the Wicked Witch of the West," and said, "Bring out Cersei," and the common people would do it. They would say, "Thank you. This crazy psycho witch has been here for way too long. She's a
She
horrible
blew up
brother.
the Vatican.
She's been screwing her brother actively. She isn't even hiding it. She's a terrible person. She's a horrible, disgusting, perverted whore. Get her out."
It's really hard to sleep because they keep making all this noise because everybody can hear everybody now.
Just imagine if someone blew up the Vatican with a nuke or something. They would be an international criminal under the threat of death in every country on the planet.
Yeah.
And not just from the government, but from the common people too.
David Benioff, David Dummkopf says CT and a bunch of numbers.
The clone chap who's not shiny.
The clone chap, fair enough.
But
Dan Weiss.
Yeah, but let's keep going.
Also up north, she sacrificed people she swore to protect. Half of them are dead. Half again,
What the?
are dead because she
your
made
reality-
the decision to be a good actor, and then Jamie turned on her and defected. It was a perfect storm of bad shit swirling around inside her head.
This makes absolutely no sense.
You know what's the
Where is
perfect
all this?
storm of bad shit swirling? This fucking paragraph. Jesus, what the fuck?
Survey
Also, like-
says. That's what I thought.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
I have a string of clips, but the first one I'm going to use is this one.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
You! Thank you! You never used that one!
I don't often have to use it. But that's basically
Oh my
the
god,
notion of this
Adam
whole.
Savage is like the best.
Yeah,
I miss that show so much.
yeah.
You know, if you
Are you
replace
high?
the word, you know, if you replace the word head with show, like, it suddenly becomes super accurate.
Oh
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Survey says. That's what I thought.
And that made absolutely no sense.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
David fucking Benioff. And throughout her career, she had people by her side who have been able to temper her worst impulses, whether it was Ser Jorah or Tyrion or her Sunday. People who could suggest an alternative path.
Only because you
Notice,
hate her that
notice how
way.
they skipped over Barristan. They're either not there or she doesn't trust them anymore.
Oh, sod off, you complete and utter con man!
David
Good
Ben.
idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
I mean,
David
it makes
Benioff, David Benioff kind of forgot about Barristan.
Yeah, and also like, when has Missandei suggested an alternative path to Dany?
Never.
And why is it that Daenerys can't suggest her own alternative paths?
She did.
Why is it
It made
Daenerys
more
doesn't have
sense.
any sense of brain?
No, Becca, you didn't realize she had better plans in season 7. She was just gonna walk up to the Red Keep and fucking take out Cersei immediately.
And then because Tyrion is the world's dumbest person,
Tyrion
he
the
says
Morion.
no. He said no. We should attack the useless empty castle on the other side of the frickin' continent and divide up our troops.
Tyrion the
But
Moria.
he knows the sewer system, you know?
Yeah, but he should know that that same like checkmate option exists for the frickin' Red Keep.
They
And
have.
the Red
There's
Keep,
like
the
have any
Red
of you
Keep.
guys actually played chess?
Yes,
Yes.
I've played chess
Like,
multiple
in
times.
the sense that you learn like chess principles of
No.
centralizing
Wait, talking
and
about?
taking inward. There's like 7 different ways to get mate in one in this situation, and they're blundering and blundering and blundering like a level 200 player.
What was that? Yeah, it's just.
This is a real low point. Yeah, this one hurts. Ow.
You know, because just to think about it, they could have ended the show earlier and made more sense. Like,
yes.
Watch, they could have
Yeah.
took out Cersei in season 7, and then we had all of 6 episodes of season 8 to deal with the White Walkers. Bam! I am a fucking writing genius, you fuck.
Stop bringing music into it.
And the worst part is, we're not making up stuff that they can do. They've already have these things, and they use them in the season. They just use them in the most incompetent way possible.
Oh my
One
God.
of the first things I would have done had I been in charge of this show is I'd have gone looking for a couple of military tactics experts and a couple of people who do, HEMA.
Yeah. What? Yeah, that's wow. Ouch. Jason Mendoza, the dumbest person I've ever seen on television. But he's also phenomenally entertaining. Is smarter than Tyrion in season.
Oh my goodness.
He's literally this like semi just coked up dude bro who just has these weird non sequitur anecdotes that somehow are more intelligent and wise than anything that Tyrion says in season 7. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm not going to say the plot twist. I'm just saying that Jason Mendoza is dumb. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh man. Let's keep going. We're almost done, and maybe we could even do another chapter after this one, since I think it's probably short, and we can probably just get it over with.
Oh
Hopefully.
god.
How many chapters do we have left, by the way?
I think it's like 6.
Oh,
have-
thank God.
We have like
Let me check.
49 pages.
We have 49 pages, yeah. Allow me to check.
Okay, so I think we just have 3 or 4 pages left of this one.
Oh.
Mhm. So we can either... Let me check how long the next one is. Keep reading.
Dan fucking Weiss. Dozens and dozens of factors going back to her birth to what she's seeing in her eyes right now a mile away and how that made her feel. All of them stepping on the scale, tilting her into a terrible decision. Why?
What
a lot
are you
of people
talking
we
about?
admire and have statues of have made those choices, whether they were coldly rational or made in the heat of battle, that for many thousands of people were horrible, life-altering, or life... Done.
Give me don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't hold on. Damn it.
Life-ending decisions.
I just want to make sure I have a copy of this because I didn't know if I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good. You can go now.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Shadier, just post it in the chat if you have a question. Does anyone really have anything to say at
How
this
are we
point?
going to get our weekly rage catharsis?
I'm sure we'll find something.
Well,
think
we can. Well,
We
well,
still
we can
have
always.
framing monsters.
No.
When that's done, Well, when that's done, well,
The
when
Star
that's
Wars
finished,
sequels.
that's been
Yeah.
talked to death about. We can always do Yezin's Game of Thrones, pro Game of Thrones videos.
Oh god.
No. Pain, suffering,
Or
murder, kill,
we can
death.
do,
Oh.
ooh, hee hee, hoo hoo. We can do a weekly Maggie May Fish show.
No,
No.
no, fuck you. Fuck this shit.
Oh my god.
You haven't seen her worst videos.
No.
You haven't seen her worst stuff.
Fuck you.
Which one are you
No.
ones are you referring to, dare I ask?
No.
I'm thinking her. So you only watched her fan fiction about Obi-Wan and Padme being in love.
I have seen other ones by her though, so I don't know whether I've seen them.
Well, I'm referring to White. Like White hasn't seen
fair enough.
real bad ones. He hasn't seen her Lord of the Rings and LGBTQ fantasy. You haven't seen. You haven't seen her Daddy's Part 1 or 2. You haven't seen her Fight Club video. You haven't seen her RoboCop video.
No.
You haven't seen her Tim Burton video.
No.
You haven't seen her Caps
Let's get on with this book.
Fucking hole.
Let's just cross that bridge when we get to it and finish with this.
How about we blow it up with the rocket launcher? That'd be better.
Natalie Emanuel. I was really sad she went crazy. I was such a Daenerys fan. She was such a female icon.
Oh,
she
I forgot
had
about Wit and Folly.
the throne room lady. Yeah.
No, that is Wit and Folly, different person.
What?
Yes.
No.
I
What
hate
is
Wit and Folly too.
Yes, we need to do Wit and Folly. White and Becca, as far as I know, have not experienced the glory of Wit and Folly.
I've watched
Oh god.
Mud
What is this?
with those.
All
So
right.
let's just keep
there is
going.
none.
Let's keep going.
There is
Let's
none.
just keep going.
You can go on about your hate list later.
She had nothing and built herself up and got this army. There was part of me that was disappointed. But then
Sorry,
when
I
you
read
think
ahead.
about it, she's lost everyone around her that meant anything to her. No, that's wrong.
No.
You can understand how it happened. I would
No.
have loved it if she only killed her enemies and sat on her throne and was the queen of everything.
Sense, you fucks.
Wit and folly.
You fucking kidding me? God damn it!
Is this the worst? I think this might be the worst one. This is the most full of BS.
I would have
that
loved
we've
it
seen.
if she just killed her enemies and make everything make fucking sense. God damn it!
You know, when it comes to these, like, oh, my dream ending, they usually are like, oh, I just wanted this to happen, but it makes no sense. In this, it actually makes more sense than the show.
What doesn't?
Sod off.
That's the part I saw earlier. I know.
Okay, let's do
Let's
this.
get there.
We'll get there.
Peter Dinklage. We love Daenerys. All the fans love Daenerys, no. And she's doing these things for the greater good.
Oh my god!
What the fucking greater good? What the fuck are you talking about?
Lately, when somebody is lumped in with somebody who's done something far worse, and we think, for the greater good, all these people have to come to the front lines and be held responsible.
What?
That's what's happening in our show. In terms of the purification of this place.
What? Purification?
What are you even talking about here?
What? This makes no sense whatsoever.
Is this Peter Dinklage deliberately making up nonsense to draw
Purification?
Bull fucking shit.
By killing everybody. What is this?
There were so many levels of what the fuckery.
Yeah.
What is this?
A literal multiverse of shit. cannot contain
Right.
this.
What is it? Why?
This is the
Why?
point where we need clips from Hot Fuzz with the cultists going,
What
the
is
greater
this?
good.
Oh yeah.
What the? Why? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I've read too much Harry Potter fanfic, which has
Oh.
the greater good as Dumbledore's thing, and it triggers me a lot. It's like, oh, every time I hear that phrase, it's like,
What
sod
the
off,
fuck
no.
does greater good even mean?
The greater good.
Yeah, that's
For
the
Murder
entire
the entire
greater
fucking
good.
city.
Yeah.
For the greater good. For the greater good.
Purification. What the
You know,
fuck?
there's a
Very.
reason why in Warhammer the Tau are so boring and unpopular.
You know what? There's too many brown people in King's Landing. We gotta purify it. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like I'm.
What has any of this to do with burning down an entire city?
Yeah.
There's too many poor people. We gotta purify it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
When freeing everyone for the greater good.
What does that
they're
even
going
mean?
to hurt innocents along the way. Unfortunately,
Why is
that's what war is. David and Dan talked about decisions made in a war, like the United States dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945.
David,
Did we make the right choices?
Hold
How
your fucking
much
tongue. Shut
longer
up.
would the war have gone if we didn't make that horrible decision? You'll never know.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, because the war in King's Landing was raging on, and the only way to stop it was to kill
David, Dan,
everyone.
talk-
No, what?
David,
Oh.
David,
I'm
Dan
not
talks about the
understanding.
decisions made in warlike United States.
Do you?
I used to think. I used to think.
Did
the
we make the right
downfall-
choices? What is that a mission or
don't-
something?
Okay.
The fucking war was over by definition. Like you didn't need to end it.
Oh, I think that I was thinking that they like this book is PR suicide.
It is. It really is.
This is PR suicide.
You know, I used to think the downfall of Game of Thrones was a tragedy. Now I realize it's a fucking comedy.
It needs a laugh
It
track.
really is.
This book needs
I'm
a laugh
dying.
track.
Yes,
I am fucking
I am-
dying right now.
I am. I was like bored and in pain, and now I'm just in pain and suffering, and my head hurts, and I want to die now.
Wow.
That can't, you can't. Okay, go on. It has to be a punchline of a joke. Like he can't seriously freaking say this.
Like, I can't even get angry because this is so absurd.
Also, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, are you so dumb that you don't what were you doing in like history class, Mr. Benioff? Were you just like smuggling in like
This was a
porn
totally
photos
different
into your
context.
book?
Are you fucking
Dumbass
kidding
and
me?
dipshit failed at history.
Like,
Just
we're
like
talking
John
about
Spencer
a
failed geography.
We're talking about a global war versus a battle that ended already by that point. What the fuck are we talking about?
I wish I knew.
You.
I don't
Dumbass
know.
dipshit. Fuck
Like,
you.
Were you was I guess David Benioff just smuggled in porn into his textbook. It was just looking at that and not listening to the teacher.
Oh my
Why
god.
is he comparing the Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 to King's Landing, which is a battle that was already won?
That is very true.
Hmm.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
actually very, very likely.
Also, how do I get openly yelling? Yeah, like
Please, someone make that happen. We need it.
Someone need to make that happen.
Well, the Dragon Trap does have 21,000 subscribers, so
yeah,
he's already
Dragon,
has an audience in thousands.
Yeah, Dragon. I think if each book, yeah, I mean, episode that doesn't exist. And maybe they are because, yeah, there's a big possibility. But then again, they watched the episode, and this is post the episode. Unless maybe they filmed it, they recorded this before season 8 was released. That's
Which is
also a
very
possibility.
likely.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, who even knows?
Yeah,
We're,
'cause
we're
it's like,
talking about
I
a
don't know.
nuclear. I can't get over this. What the fuck is this talk? What is it? How how braided do you have to be, Peter Dinklage? Like you're generally a smart person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Kit Harington didn't watch it. He didn't watch it.
Yeah.
That is,
Was
I
Triton
do not
saying
doubt that. That is, I don't
I
doubt
mean-
that. Considering his dad's rich and is a negligent douchebag and didn't care about him, I don't think that that's terribly unlikely.
No, it's not.
pardon
Now,
me,
can
but
we
was-
continue, please?
Yes.
Pardon me, was Brightness Becca trying to say something just now?
Oh, I had a snarky joke, but don't worry.
Go for it. Totally. Like we are
I was gonna say,
Just do it.
We are
Just
the
do it.
like we are lovers of snarky jokes here. We are the best lovers of snarky jokes.
I was going to say, well, Benioff is the one that was going to be behind Confederate, so his history.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Really
No.
rely on it.
Yeah, the Confederate show where the South won the Civil War.
So Dany killing the
Conleth
slavers makes her
Hill.
bad.
Yeah.
But apparently Tywin is a good guy.
Yeah, he's lawful neutral. That is probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. He's a self-professed pathological liar. Why don't
From
you
the
need to?
age of 6 or 7.
He's never had therapy.
You know, he kind of reminds me of a certain character from Fire and Blood that we talked about on the last stream.
Yeah, Sarah Targaryen. Yeah, he is
Yep.
Sarah Targaryen. Okay, maybe he is as horny as Sarah Targaryen, but yeah, he's Sarah Targaryen. Yeah, let's
Conleth Hill. One thing the last season was about was the futility of war and conflict.
Oh, sod off.
If you get one thing from the whole show, take that. Why did you kill off the White Walkers in such a stupid way then?
And also in such
Oh
a
my
basic,
God.
not in a pathetic way that basically means that war can be solved like this, and also like
Fuck Keystone armies.
like you can discipline guys just from stopping raping. All they need to see is fire, and then they'll stop, and then they'll accept Dany like dying. It makes everybody want to go to King Branhattan. Oh, that would be so funny.
Ooh.
No, I'm pretty sure Sarah already existed. But then
No.
again, a lot of the
No.
Jaehaerys stuff was expanded.
Sarah didn't exist.
Oh, she didn't?
No, they expanded the family tree significantly in Fire and Blood. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
even- I didn't-
they
we
make
didn't even-
they make it very, very clear in the book that she is incredibly narcissistic.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
It's like
she's
just
like
just the
crazy
just the way
liar.
she is just the way she is described talking to Jaehaerys about that whole adventure she had with 2 of her friends. Like that's
That
like the
sounds like
kind of
David Benioff.
narcissistic trait you read about in textbooks.
And it seems like it almost seems like textbook David Benioff behavior, like Dany kind of forgot about. Or you remember that part at Oxford Union when he was asked, hey, so how did Cersei being raped by Jaime, how did Jaime's actions during that scene help Jaime's character arc? And how did how do you hope to move forward with that sort of thing going forward? And he just gives this rambling, incoherent response. Yeah. The accidental
Brian
yeah.
Cogman. She's a tragic figure in a very Shakespearean Period/Greek sense.
Yeah.
Amelia shredded that meal beautifully. It
No.
was
Where
the
the
hardest
fuck was
job
that?
anybody had on the show that season.
Oh, God, no. What are you even talking about? Shut up.
I'm pretty. Isn't
Yeah,
Brian
well-
Copman supposed to be originally an actor? Surely
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
actually
Yes.
fucking read Shakespeare.
Done.
Surely
Also,
he
here's
has.
Where the
another-
fuck was that?
If this is Shakespeare, I'll eat my
Yeah.
hat. If this is
Yeah.
Shakespeare, I'm God, so worship me.
Yeah.
Nah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good. No
I mean,
offense.
I'm all
Where the fuck was that?
well. I'm already a divine being, so I don't need to worship you.
I am the winter god, and he is the fire god. So
Yeah.
we can collaborate.
Well, then
Blasphemy.
then me and Valerian, if Game of Thrones is Shakespeare, both me and
No, you're the god of death.
Valerian are gods among mortals, and Brandon Sanderson is the god emperor of the universe.
I mean, he already is.
Fair enough.
And
Like,
J.R.R.
why do you say that
Tolkien
like it's
is
not true?
and J.R.R. Tolkien, like he's incomprehensible.
Okay, that's space.
Okay, Space Joke, enough of getting off topic. Can we continue, please?
I
Yeah.
think Darkness was starting to say something again.
Oh wait, what? Oh my gosh! Do you not understand who Iago is?
No.
I have never seen Othello, so
The only Iago
is
I
a-
know of is the one from Disney's Aladdin.
Iago is a guy who lies and cheats and just decides to ruin a guy's life just because he wants to.
Well, he didn't get a promotion that he wanted. The chap didn't
Yeah.
give him the promotion he wanted, so he goes and ruins his life and has him and spurs him on to murder his wife.
okay, let's continue. Daenerys won.
Well.
She conquered the capital. Cersei and Jaime Lannister were buried in the rubble. That's it. You're just gonna brush over it. And the new ruler of Westeros gave an authoritarian speech promising many more wars to come. We will not lay down our spears until we have liberated all the people of the world.
From
Daenerys
living.
declared in Valyrian to her armies. From Winterfell to Dorne, from Lannisport to Qarth, from the Summer Isles to the Jade Sea, women, men, and children have suffered too long beneath the wheel. Will you break the wheel with me?
Okay, that's stupid.
The speech wasn't entirely different from the ones Daenerys had given in the past. But before her rhetoric had been hypothetical and perhaps exaggeration, ? When these are the people who are supposed to know this, suddenly her promise of fire and blood was all too real.
Oh wow!
Oh, you fucking kidding me, mate?
Wow!
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the point of the show where everything just totally wasn't real anymore, actually. But okay. I was like, okay, yeah. Nah.
Oh yeah, we have to free people from existing. You know, you just do the thing.
No, shut up.
What? Oh
I do. Oh, well, charming.
No comment.
For fuck's sake. Well done.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Yeah, that's a very good question. Basically, the basic premise of
The basic premise of Confederate makes no sense.
Yes, it's so dumb. Yeah, if you please, fighting expert, if you want to like have your brother look at this book and see if there's a case for throwing D&D into prison for the next few years.
Oh my god, I love this next part. Kit Harington. John was watching her speech. He doesn't speak Valyrian. David and Dan said, just pretend you know it. Just the way she's speaking and what she's doing was telling him everything he needs to know.
Performances.
Oh my god,
What
no!
the bleep?
No, that's not how that works!
What the bleep?
That's not how that works!
What the blue bleeding bloody blazes? Pardon my language.
Who
what,
wrote this? This is like brazenly ignoring all plot logic. And I'm going to refer back to the whole Jorah thing on 375. It would bend the logic of the plot too much. You are literally ignoring basic plot logic issues and brazenly saying, don't care.
Forget Ben.
Wait. Oh, just pretend you know it. Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Just pretend you know it. Just like pretend it's what you wanted.
Like, I would.
It's just like pretend it's what you wanted, or pretend you like it.
Neff, just pretend you know it. Do the thing.
Well,
you know.
here's the thing.
How about we just pretend the show
difference
doesn't fucking
between
exist?
the player and the character. It doesn't matter if Kit Harington himself knows it. John does not, so he can't pretend that he does. Ugh.
He doesn't even know it.
Neff, you're wrong. Just pretend you know it.
People who really like speak Valyrian are people like
Dany, the Unsullied, Jorah, and Missandei.
Yeah, and even like in the world, like in this real world, Kit Harington doesn't speak Valyrian. Like, I guess he
because
can
of
read
course
the
he
script.
doesn't, because that was never a thing for his character.
And it's not even a real
Yeah, but
language.
he's probably.
Oh, Valerian is dead.
I think he got shot by Euron.
Yeah, that's actually very true. He should speak.
I
a
reckon
smattering.
John's like the audience.
Yeah.
I
Why would
reckon
he
John's
know?
like the audience, and he can just look at their performances and faces and understand.
Okay. This next bit is so stupid, but we need to
Should-
keep going.
What are you going to do that part?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Tyrion was imprisoned for releasing Jaime. And Jon Snow visited him in his cell. Tyrion was often an ineffective advisor, and he made a slew of strategic errors over the years. But in his cell scene with Jon Snow, he informally served as hand to the true king of Westeros, and for once, his advice was effective, correct, and devastating.
Does he really need that advice? Oh, your creed is crazy. Oh, really? I did not know that. I'm fucking retarded because I'm Jake Snow. Fuck you. Oh, wait, it's Kid. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh. I need to grab some nostalgia critics screaming F you at the screen.
Can we please get on with it?
Yeah, it's
What the fuck?
We can always leave if you don't. If you can't communicate
Oh
anymore.
God!
I can't.
Sometimes duty is the
I can't
death
believe
of
it's
love,
fucking alcohol.
Tyrion told Jon, in a callback to Night's Watch Maester Aemon Targaryen once telling him that love is the death of duty. You are the shield that... Wait, isn't it Jon who says that? I don't remember the scene because it's so boring.
I don't remember. It's point. That part.
It's a
is irrelevant.
pointless bullshit scene.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
whatever.
Yeah.
You are the shield. Oh, you have missed so much, Kinever. You are the shield that guards the realms of men, and you've always tried to do the right thing no matter the cost, Tyrion continued. Is this Kit Harington talking, or is it James Hibbert doing bad editing?
Hibbert doing bad editing, I think.
Yeah, it's not
Wow. You've tried to protect people. Who is the greatest threat to the people now? It's a terrible thing I'm asking. It's also the right thing. Do you think I'm the last man she'll execute? It's like, why doesn't John, why are you a limp-spined little worm who can't figure this out by yourself?
He's a spineless little fucking. Damn it.
Oh yeah, okay. We have like 3 pages left. Do you guys think they'll bring up Her Satanic Majesty's request?
No, because that's embarrassing.
Do you really think that's above them? They've admitted They've admitted to hundreds. They've admitted to hundreds of infractions of international law. Do you really think Her Satanic Majesty's request is something they cut out?
Well, here's the pattern. They've only revealed like bits of their script once, and it was that awful bit of the finale description where it's not even a script. Script is mostly dialogue, as far as I know.
Yeah,
with,
it is.
Like some like scene notes, so that like the actors like know roughly what they need to do in a scene. It's
not
not
Game of Thrones.
book
It's kind of
prose.
balanced, to be fair.
It's not book prose.
We, at least when I learnt script writing, we were actually taught how to do scripts with limited dialogue. Like they'd give us a word count for the amount of dialogue you could put in, so that you didn't rely too much on dialogue, and teach you how to write action, basically. So when you look at a script, sometimes it will be mostly dialogue, but a lot of the time it will sort of be fairly balanced with dialogue, then a little bit of action. But you're not supposed to put action in more than 5 lines, I think. Try and keep it short.
Yeah.
So you can kind of be as concise as possible with what's happening.
Basically,
So, and part of that is that it keeps it like.
Sorry.
If you need to head out, Neff, that's fine.
No, not yet. It's not for like 10 minutes. But I want us to at least be able to get through the chapter before I leave.
Oh, we don't. There's no way. You can go. It's totally fine if you need to go. It's totally okay.
Okay, but like action in a script is like name of character walks across the room, and that's it. That's how you're supposed to do.
Yeah, like we got
in a script.
We got hit around the bushes. Like if you use too many like descriptive words, you got thrown out of. It's like no, you just they do this right.
Oh yeah. Well, Seth Rogen already lambasted them publicly.
Season 8 was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Well, so
like I want a crowd of 10,000 people, all with a plaque saying "con men," and just shoving that in their face.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
This is what Fighting Expert sent to his brother. Theoretical question for you: how much would I have to pay you to read a book that admits to real, currently alive people committing crimes like smuggling weapons into a country and almost getting killed, getting people killed, all to see if there's a case against them in court?
Oh, and don't forget, let's not forget about Hodor's back.
Oh yeah, Kirsten.
Let's not forget about Nutter's back.
Yeah.
Kirsten Nutter's back. Liam Cunningham nearly dying.
750 cast and crew being subjected to absolutely illegal workplace conditions during the long nights.
The fish wax coughing incident because they decided to put smoke in a building.
If you see, how hard is it to CGI smoke? Because that sounds like a CGI smoke would have worked best.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Considering how much money they had, yeah.
Oh God, no.
All right,
Considering
let's
you
go.
couldn't see anything anyway, it's easy to blend it in.
Daenerys walked into the ruins of the Red Keep's throne room. Like, are we skipping over the entire finale? And saw snow falling on
Well,
the
there's
Iron
nothing that
Throne.
happens on the finale, so
Just
I guess
like
that's
in her
easy enough.
prophetic vision from season 2. She laid her hand on the throne and was just about to sit down when Jon Snow entered. He wasn't determined to kill his lover.
Where
He
the
first
F was
begged
that?
his queen to see reason while she
You
insisted her
McQueen.
plans were for the greater good.
Oh my
What
god.
about
That
everyone
again?
else? Jon
Oh
asked.
God, no.
All the other people who think they know what's good. And Daenerys replied, they don't get to choose. That declaration guided Jon's head. Oh, not the mass murder. This
Of
shit.
hundreds of thousands of people.
Roughly 900,000 to be precise.
Yeah.
Because there was like 1 million people, so that's what they said in the show.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It's like
Get
the
here.
Night King, Ramsay, Joffrey, Tywin combined killed less people in their entire lives that she managed in a day.
Yeah, he does teleport. Yeah. He does teleport to the top when we see Jon walking all the way, and they fixate on his face as he's walking through King's Landing.
Oh, it's just like a
battle.
video game where the NPC teleports to the spot where it's supposed to be.
I would have, if I'd had any interest in this show, the moment they started focusing on the faces, I'd have gone, nope, I'm out. Because I'd be more interested in what's going on around them rather than looking at their freaking faces. And no offense to any of them, because they're very good looking people, but these faces are not what you do.
I guess I could start a GoFundMe for
I mean, I think that would require quite a bit of money.
It would.
Especially considering that Benioff's dad could just bury it.
Yeah. Benioff's dad has more money now than I will ever make in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's worth more than quite a few countries.
Yeah, let me check. Stephen Friedman net worth $104.5 billion.
That's a B, people.
Million. Well, no, million. Sorry, I apologize.
Million?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 100. Okay. Stephen Friedman net worth is $154.5 million.
That's more than quite a few countries in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And like they were horrified by this ending. Oh wow.
Yeah, he could do that. That's
if he wanted to, he could probably just make his own movie company like Michael Bay did.
Kit Harington. This is the second woman he's fallen in love with who dies in his arms, and he cradles her in the same way. Why did you repeat that storyline then? That's an awful thing. In some ways, he did the same thing to Ygritte by training the boy who kills her. This destroys him. Wow.
It was already a whipped dog. It was fucking worthless.
Yeah, let's keep
Harrington's
going.
word choice was rather fitting. Arguably the best line from Martin's novels that did not make it into the show was a warning that Lord Commander Gior Mormont gave to Jon Snow. The things we love destroy us. It's a prophetic quote that proved true for several characters in the series, such as Jon, Daenerys, Ygritte, Drogo, Jaime, and Robb. Though Clark also offered a humorous take on the twist.
This is so deep.
Emilia Clarke. He just doesn't like women, does he? He keeps fucking killing them. if I were to put myself in his shoes, I'm not sure where he could go with it, aside from, I don't know, maybe having a discussion about it. Ask my opinion, warn me. It's like being in the middle of a phone call with your boyfriend that they just hang up
Okay,
and never
guys, I
call
gotta
you
hop.
again.
Ciao.
Alrighty.
Bye.
See ya.
See you, Neff.
Have a riot.
Oh,
Bye.
this great thing happened to me at work today. Hello? That was 9 years ago.
Oh, Amelia.
You know, Amelia, you're a
I
real
just-
gem.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah,
deserve
please.
this show.
I
You deserve
have
so much better.
Yeah, I have to say this just because like this fits.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Highlight
Man.
Dragon's post done.
Highlight what?
One of Dragon's posts.
He's got a bunch. Like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
One more below.
Yep.
Yep, it's all pretty deep, as you can tell from this Things You Love Destroy Us. That means it's really deep.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
just say
that's-
words and they have meaning.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Failure.
This isn't this
Failure
isn't
is the greatest
this isn't deep
teacher.
enough to cover a fucking futsal.
This is not deep enough to cover a piece of paper.
Let's not comment about
Kit
deep, because it's
Harington.
disgusting.
Kit Harington, we spent a week shooting it.
Weeks shooting that one scene. Why?
It was hard because you had to keep the emotion at a certain level for a long time and keep returning to it. But it felt fucking epic and it was cringe and boring.
Yeah.
Also, the time frame is insane. This is like having 3 days to film Brienne writing in the White Book.
Is this why every other fucking scene in that episode is people walking? Because that's easier to fucking film so they could do it
Also-
quickly. Because they spent so
also-
much fucking time on this scene.
Also, like they're maybe that's where all the time for that 2 years was taken. It was Dumb and Dumber filming their stupid episode.
Yep, it was epically cringe.
So much.
Amelia Clark. We reshot it more than any other scene trying to get it perfect. Press X it out. It was a big deal, and it
was
logistically a massive thing. You've got the throne room, it's fallen in. There's some green screen, there's a dragon, there's snow, and I very much wanted her final moment to be childlike in her innocence, because there's nowhere else for her to go. In the penultimate episode, I felt like I slammed against the wall of how manic or crazy she could be. Where else is there for you to go other than right back to the beginning?
You can see she's trying to make sense of this. Sorry.
Yeah, clearly, like there is severe cognitive dissonance.
Bloody poor Amelia, Jesus Christ.
I know
Yeah.
it sounds completely ridiculous because it's make-believe, but I've never been killed on camera before. I have an innate understanding of what death looks like because I was pretty damn close to it twice, and then I lost my dad. So having Daenerys die, a lot of those things were coming out. It was like grieving my brain hemorrhages all over again. Grieving my dad all over again. Grieving what Daenerys could have been. And grieving the love that I had for the show. For Kit, for David and Dan. For Jon Snow. And for the dragons. In that one moment, the grief of 1,000 deaths came back. And I was like, oh my god. I'm struggling to find breath right in this moment. This is
Alright.
the shit that you kept on reshooting for a week.
Okay,
Oh my god.
just okay.
This is like
Wow.
torturing your employee. Like, this is like psychological fucking torture.
I'm so mad right now. I am so mad.
What?
Yeah.
I am really angry right now. Oh man.
Pardon me.
Oh, go for it. Sorry, I'm just pissed right now.
The dragon demands checked. Her father died while they were filming season 7. Oh my god. So she had to put up with that on top of the just
all the other bullshit.
Just God knows.
Oh. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
I hate these two. I hate these two.
We can burn these two and their show in a fire once we're done with this.
Like I rarely use epithet. Like I wouldn't describe Ryan Johnson as a vile, despicable human being. I think he's a moron, but I don't think he's horrible and despicable. David Benioff is a despicable person based on the information in this book.
And it's probably not even deliberate. It's probably there's a certain insouciance to it. You know, hey, I just tell these people to do these things, and hey, just move on. Like, hey.
It's very just like Littlefinger just tossing Jane Poole to the whorehouses.
It's like, hey, you know.
I'm not. Oh. Ouch.
Sorry.
Oh.
Good God.
I hate this show so much. I hate this show. I hate this show.
A furious Drogon turned his wrath upon the Iron Throne, destroying the seat of power. The Iron Throne had been forged by Aegon the First Targaryen, who had his dragon melt down the swords of his vanquished enemies. Just like the Night King, the Iron Throne was unmade as it was made. Drogon's action was not explained, but given Daenerys' strong connection to her dragon, it's fair to assume the creature understood that his mother had been obsessed with this particular object and that it had somehow led to her doom.
Okay.
Drogon picked up Daenerys' body and flew away. We never learn where they went.
That is absolutely fucking false. There's it's an innocent bystander, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, two comments. Firstly,
fucking shit.
Two comments. Firstly, all this stuff about it's fair to assume that, wait a minute here. Do you know or do you not know? You're just making it's kind of like
you're making shit up, just like the rest of this fucking bullshit piece of shit.
Yeah, and secondly,
I
have to at least mention the meme where Drogon is a postmodernist and is citing Foucault.
He didn't research this. He didn't. The script
he
for the
didn't
finale
research
is real.
anything. He said that Walder Frey showed up in season 3.
Yeah.
Like he debuted in season 3. He debuted in season 1. You dimwit.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could.
I probably could, but that's just because I wouldn't feel he was worth it.
How much physical hell have they put Amelia through so far? Okay, they did the season 2 stuff. They did the thing after season 8 ended, where they, left her out to dry. And this was in between.
Oh my God! What in the chat? I didn't grab the nearest pair and see it. It was Oh my god, yeah, the dragon cat gets intense sometimes.
Right there, dragon. Jesus.
God.
I mean, I'd probably ask him how many blowjobs he's given David Benioff.
Yeah,
Oh.
just burn down a city. Just to burn down a city, Dragon Chop.
It's basically
Somebody needs to track down a fairy and have that fairy wave a magic wand and turn this movie into an actual person so that I can kick its fucking ass.
Who is Aaron Kruger?
Aaron Kruger is the writer of the the worst 3 Transformers movies, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh. Because I was wondering if he was talking about the owl from Attack on Titan, but he doesn't have an H in his name. So.
Okay. But this
Anyway,
one, I think, is...
This is beyond a piss me the fuck off movie. This is a, if this movie was a person, I would assault it movie.
Now I want to rip and tear. I want to play Doom now.
Yeah, oh man.
Torch and Scorch, sister. Torch and Scorch.
Rip and tear.
I don't
until
know.
it's done.
Yeah, I would be very, very. I would be like, I would be very like. Well, no, I would be like, I would verbally assault him. I think, or I think I would be like, why did you include this?
This
like,
is a really
why are
fucking
you
shitty
defending
person.
Like, I would genuinely ask him how many blowjobs he's given Benioff per day.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. I don't think that it would. I don't think that it could be used against you. I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so either.
We would. I think most of us would be like verbally like just call him an idiot. Just say, why did you do this, you idiot? Why are you defending this man with all of this information that you have in your book? Why are you defending this man? Are you just like, did he like give you the best blowjob you could possibly get, or just buy a bunch of hookers from like Uzbekistan or somewhere?
Right. No comment.
And are just the best hookers in the world that like cost like $1,000 a night to stay with you, and just gave them to you repeatedly whenever, just per positive interview, and this was just like an orgy in exchange or something.
Emilia Clarke. People have asked about that a lot.
I'm sorry. I am very sorry. I just pulled Uzbekistan out of my butt. I don't know why I said Uzbekistan.
That's insane at this point. Don't take anything
People have
so
asked
seriously.
me about that a lot. It's my tendency to be funny with it and say, "Oh, Hawaii." But honestly, if I'm really being serious about the whole thing, I think he flies around with her body until it decomposes. I literally think he keeps flying until he can't fly anymore. He just keeps grieving. Wow. In Daenerys' vision back in Season 2, she didn't quite touch the Iron Throne. Instead, she walked out of the room and found herself transported to the Nightlands. Is that what it's called now? The Nightlands?
This thing that looks like beyond the wall.
Yeah, it looks like it's just beyond the wall.
With a weird Dothraki tent in the middle of it. So basically,
There she reunited with Khal Drogo, whom Drogon is named after. No shit, Mycroft. Who was waiting for her along with their child.
Oh my goodness. The next chapter is 17 pages.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, we're not.
No.
No, we are not doing that. We are not doing that today. Definitely
Jason
not.
Momoa. Finally.
Oh, wow.
The woman just wanted love her whole life. If you see the whole journey she went through. If you see the whole journey she went through and how she was obviously mishandled by her family, and then had a husband she fell in love with, and then has her baby taken away, and then has to kill her husband, and then all the people and dragons and things that she's loved She's just had the shit beat out of her, and then she crashed. She goes off on everyone. It's just sad.
Yeah, except that all happened, and then there was a fucking 6-season break where that didn't make her crash and burn.
And honestly,
Nah.
Jason Momoa base take, just I love Jason Momoa, but he's kind of the incarnation of the typical dude bro.
Yes.
But I love him
Wait,
because of
did
that.
you guys see his reaction to the finale?
I think it was like no or something.
No, he was like, no. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
I have recollection. I can't remember.
I'll see if I can find it on YouTube quickly.
Oh, okay. Sorry that your internet. I'm sorry about your internet being. Yes, I don't know why Uzbekistan. I guess maybe it should have been some I guess I could say fourth world country or something.
Just make up a country.
Yeah, they've managed to find the Republic of Kyrgyzstan from Science Fair, and apparently has the best hookers in the whole world because they don't have any other exports other than their wolf repellent cheese.
Yeah, I think I found the clip. Jason Momoa's
Unironically,
Game of Thrones finale reaction Instagram live.
Unironically, there actually is a thing in Science Fair where the people of Kyrgyzstan have this cheese called Smirk that smells so bad that it's used for wolf repellent.
Wow.
Brian Cogman. John asked, were we wrong? No, you weren't. Tyrion said, ask me again in 10 years, which I think is valid. What?
No. People are going to be saying that this is bad for the next 25 years plus, especially when it gets rebooted, which it will be rebooted. Factually, this will be rebooted. There is no way that this will not be rebooted. It is way too popular, and just people want this to have a better ending. And also just people are Hollywood's out of creative ideas. They reboot everything. Once they finish with prequel ideas, they will go back to the well and reboot Game of Thrones, probably as an animated show.
I mean, does Disney do anything other than reboots these days?
Nope. Okay.
Emilia Clarke. I hope we're nearing the ending now. After 10 years of working on this, it was logical. Because where the fuck else can she go? What?
Shut up.
It is a logical change of events that happens. It's not like she's suddenly going to go, okay, I'm going to put a kettle on and put some cookies in the oven, and we'll just sit down and have a lovely time and pop a few kids out. That actually makes more sense than the ending we got.
You know what? Yeah. So, one thing. So, Fighting Expert's brother got back to him. Theoretically, I can't ethically read something like that, knowing it is real, and I am not a criminal attorney, so I can't represent someone on potential charges like that. So I would take my money like that. So I would take any money anyway because it would create a attorney-client relationship. If it's real, tell them to get a federal criminal defense attorney. Oh man.
That was never going to happen. She's a Targaryen. We've already talked about that.
Oh
Let's
God, no.
move on. And your childhood and upbringing affects your choices in life so greatly. She was brought up with the Iron Throne being the only goal. No, she wasn't.
Oh,
That need to say, I did it for my family, for my everything. I went there and we conquered. That no member of her family died in vain for this. That her life hadn't been for nothing. What? That she hadn't been struggling for nothing. She was that close to fulfilling that seal of approval, that thing we all secretly want. That plays a major role.
I need to detox after this from rage.
That plays a major role. Next page.
Pardon me.
As to why she goes there. But having said all of the things I've just said, I stand by Daenerys. I stand by her. I can't not.
Can you go back to the last page again? I want to see if I actually clipped it. Oh,
And
no, I
for-
didn't. Go back to the other one. I want to know how many pages I missed. Final
And
moment.
what on earth has any of that to do with burning down an entire city?
Also, you're not going to mention the stupidity of building an entire King's Landing set just to destroy it because you wanted Maisie Williams to run around a King's Landing set because you think it would enhance her performance.
Was Maisie
Or
mentioned at all in this chapter?
No!
Wow.
They literally
Wow.
made it all about Daenerys and her stupid turn to insanity. They completely skipped over the sheer brain-dead, lobotomized fucking mess that was the
Alright,
rest
can you go
of
to
the
the next page?
episode.
Kill it.
Done. Go to the next page. Daenerys vision.
This galactic Dunning-Kruger bullshit that could fill up 60 multiverses.
We get Jason Momoa, but we don't get a mention of Maisie.
Yeah, voice chat, I maybe another time. I have a few other things that I would like to do today. But I will maybe sometime we'll just have a chill examining fight scenes.
Can you go one more?
Yeah.
There is a video that, well, there are technically two videos on Insider
page.
about a swordsmanship instructor talking about some fictional fights. You can react to those.
Okay.
Dad, can you go one more page? Oh.
This one, yeah. Oh, this is perfect, actually. So, didn't that whole bit about Hibbard, like saying philosopher Drogon is canon? It's just like, did you read their script? It's publicly available.
No, he didn't read anything. He just said, "Oh, I think this is good."
I can't take this
Hey, the
anymore.
showrunners didn't stick to the script either. So, and they fucking wrote it. So
I can't. I just. Oh man, it's just. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am looking forward to the next chapter to see how
just about
brain-bendingly
finale.
stupid that's gonna be.
Oh man. Oh no, they're
Dragon's
gonna be
definitely
talking about.
looking forward.
They're talking about Jaime Lannister in the next chapter. Apparently.
No.
And,
Well,
and the death of Jaime Lannister, and the death of Cersei, and then Roy McCann's death, then the Clegane Bull's next.
Oh,
Fucking
well,
Game Bowl.
you know what? You know what? We can comfort ourselves. You know how we can comfort ourselves? The worst is over.
Is it? I doubt
don't
it.
think so.
I don't think
so.
the worst is yet to come.
I don't think it can get anything worse than evil Dany.
I think that I'd also I think like all the crap about the finale like the finale was so dumb. The finale was like the production behind the finale was hellish for the people
Like,
doing
the thing is, both episode 5 and episode 6 are incredibly simple, but they're so dense with bullshit that it's impossible to explain.
and not just that, it's just the production was insane too. Just the fact that like D&D like had a staircase constructed that cost $10,000, took several months of work, and it never got used.
And I found it. I'm going to
really
put it
see
in private chat.
Yeah. So I actually.
My God.
There we go. That's the Drogon as a deep postmodern philosopher meme.
Oh wow.
I'll show that to the chat.
Thanks, Professor Drogon.
Yeah, that's the one there on the right hand side.
Can we see the full image?
Yeah,
Because it gets pretty difficult to read otherwise.
Yeah, can you get the whole image on there somehow?
Let me zoom in.
You don't even need to zoom in. There should be like an option to open in another window or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
Or actually, you can just click the link and it puts you to the Reddit page, and then you can just click the image, and you get it in full.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Should be possible.
Well, this one's also funny. This one's funny. Pointy. Also pointy.
You son of a bitch.
Okay, but what about the old? Go back to the other one and see if you can enlarge it.
Yeah. Oh no, no worries. I
It
can
should be.
definitely do
It
that.
should be. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, you missed.
No, John, it was power that killed my mother, a structural and pervasive system of coercion under which you and I are merely actors. Why would I burn you by melting the throne? Oh, and I have signaled my rejection of a discourse of violence and hubris. In this way, I have fulfilled my mother's dream of breaking the wheel, interpreted in the Falcodian sense. And by reducing the iron to liquid, I gesture to a semiotic fluidity that I argue the actions of her speech in the praxis of Dracarys, which it just cuts off there. Like,
So, if you guys want to see my stress reliever, done.
I actually had something that's actually like pretty funny. I think I'm sharing my audio. Oh.
I wanted to show you my stress reliever. This is what I was playing when they were talking about Daenerys, and they were just talking about, and I was just playing this in the background. I was just like, yep, I am hearing this, and instead of speaking, I am just going to rip into her because if I do anything, I'm probably just going to scream into the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Destruction
on. I
and
want
death.
to monetize your anger.
Death and destruction. Yes.
I think I'm just gonna. There's a certain video that I think we can use as a palate cleanser.
Oh
I
my!
was
Well,
thinking this one. Have you guys seen this? It's very funny.
Disney plans hero's death.
Let's go.
oh boy, here we go.
Okay, in the next shot, the Dark Lord raises his weapon and he says, "Fools, if you..." Hello, writer's room.
The new animated character wants to see you.
Okay, send him right in. All right, guys, it's the mentor character. The animators just finished him last week. Sir Gavin, buddy, how's it going?
Not good. I've been doing some research, and I'm very concerned about this movie.
So, can we help you with something?
That actually looks pretty good.
You can promise not to kill me. So you promise not to kill me?
Gavin, you are a main character, buddy.
Yes, but mentor characters like me always die. There's Qui-Gon Jinn, Captain Pike, Aslan.
But we made you an awesome fighter like Obi-Wan or Sirius Black.
Or Yoda.
You know all those people are dead, right?
Gavin, calm down, okay? Mentors are tough.
Really? Because they all seem to die very wussy deaths. Like falling off a
Except
cliff
for Gandalf,
after
and
the Balrog
he
let
even
go.
came back.
Or contracting magical arm cancer and then committing Snape-assisted suicide.
Is there any way you'll trust us?
Yes, you can let me help with the story.
No.
You guys are storyboarding my death?
No, we're not. Yes, we are.
How could you? I am the protagonist's father.
Ah, but Sir Gavin, this is Disney.
This is a Disney film? I'm a Disney parent? You murderers.
Your fate was decided before you were created.
Please have mercy. Not all Disney characters have to lose a parent.
No, you're right. There's Cinderella, and Snow White, Aladdin, Jasmine, Jane, Quasimodo, Esmeralda, Ariel, Mowgli, Tarzan, Jane, Peter Pan, The Lost Boys, Christopher Robin, Bambi, Simba, Nemo, Todd, The Aristocats, Arthur, Belle, Tiana, Pocahontas, Remy, Linguini, Flick, Atta, Andy, Kuzco, Flynn Rider, Anna, Elsa, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Lilo, Will Turner, Elizabeth Swan, Gabriella, Hannah Montana, Mia Thermopolis, and Pollyanna.
Wow.
The mouse created, and the mouse destroyed.
Stop right there. Agent Donovan, Character Protection Program. Sir Gavin's coming with us for his own safety.
Oh, you think he'll be safe in some rom-com or Bollywood flick? We'll find him. Uncle Walt always gets his man.
I don't think so. I'm the guy who saved Jar Jar Binks.
Oh my god.
Not proud. All right, boys, let's head out.
Question, do I have to live with Jar Jar?
No, we killed him after like an hour.
Oh god.
Oh, brilliant.
Should we have 2 palate cleansers?
That'd be fine. But Max's mom is gone. Like it just says not all have to lose a parent, and then he just rattles off that list. It's just I can't I don't know how long it took. Oh, this one.
This one.
Oh.
Apparently they're in the
Yay.
edition. Ooh, the meme videos.
See the pictures? Oh.
How am I gonna find? Come on, YouTube, work with me. There we go.
Whoop.
Oh God. Okay. So this is from Lil Potato. I'm jumped ahead of the queue.
We have,
because
it's been a
new.
long time since we've seen one from him.
And it's the Game of Thrones one, so again, I might be pausing on it goes.
Oh.
Oh.
You'd have to suffer severe casualties in the
Long Man War.
No Long Man War.
I hope you can count to 20 because that's how many evaporated.
We did.
Red.
Oh no.
I'm not sure that that's inherently that much of a.
Yeah, that's a reference to Game of Thrones, by the way. The count to 20 thing.
Yeah, I know. But
Shit.
count to 20, yeah.
Carol's flat. I mean, as a character.
Is that like a personal attack?
The eyes. It was rhino milk. Spider milk. Objectivity.
Just wasn't.
No. Now the remaining survivors are desperately trying to stay alive.
At this point, there's literally no escape.
You two are pathetic. You're subhuman.
Oh, it's Perion.
Oh, God. Oh, good lord, what's this? What the fuck?
Okay. Proper action.
Yo, I was hiding in the room.
Get the look at women.
I cooked the pig.
This recontextualization is maybe.
I like how the cutout is always the same.
They've fixed season 8 with this. tortured.
Clap, everybody, clap.
Theoretically fucking retarded.
I love it. Okay.
The Avengers music.
Is there a cover from this?
It's been a long man time. I don't know how many people get all those references, but that was great.
Who's the cute canine thing?
That would be Rags.
He's not the cutest personality-wise.
No, but then the avatar looks cute.
I almost laughed to death.
Was that you laughing or them or both?
Both of us.
It's definitely both.
Because but possibly because we're at least I think the majority of us are big EFAP fans.
Yeah.
And we've I'm well aware of that there's H-Bomber guys there, Jack Saints there, Just Right there, Patrick Willems.
Hey, that was the one
gay.
that caught my eye. The gay.
Sweet stuff of references.
Kind of forgot.
Yeah,
Peter response theory.
Response theory.
And
Pop culture detective was there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love
cool.
the bit where Wolf is as Grey Worm throws a spear and just shanks David.
I know.
Fuck
no.
I honestly think that the fuck no bitch is even funnier.
Yeah. All right. Just man. I this is kind of just how I feel about this whole thing. And we'll end this stream here with this clip. But thank you all for coming. Thank you all for suffering through this.
Stay single.
Wreck.
Have a riot.
Yeah. Alrighty. See ya.